When with that unintelligible nonsense, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nat 13's Star Trek Ascendance.
Get ascended, bitch.
Get Ascended.
That's your one.
That's your one.
Hey, that wasn't the
ongoing missions of the USS Confidence, but of course now split up across the galaxy. Last we saw, at this time of the week, the wonderful members of the strike team. So, strike team.
Hello!
I am the strike team.
You are.
And I got struck down.
You got struck, my guy.
I got struck.
Because, of course, checking out Sector 31 after the revelation that Admiral Noble is, in fact, Khan Noonien Singh, ancient dictator, now back.
Ancient.
Oh, wait, we're getting a little cutback feedback on the audio. Dictator? Dictator?
He's interesting.
Find your way through 31, ripping a lot of information off of hard drives, and of course, all of you making some decisions of where to go next. Of course, the supposed prophecy that you all would head to the Syndicate and meet your death didn't seem very appealing, so instead, off to the Imperium we go. Now, unfortunately, there's not a lot of cash to be had, as every party's now realizing it sucks to be on the run without money. So, you all made your way to the Skull Arena, a planetoid that is near the edge of the Imperium, where most major combat can take place off the field if the soldiers feel that they really need to. Settle grudges, earn cash, and it's popular with the rest of the galaxy, where you get a lot of influx of just warriors in general. And of course...
The Warriors?
The Warriors. Cats.
Yeah.
Warrior cats.
But we saw a wonderful collection of battles where indeed we saw Hank of the Clan of Ohio go toe-to-toe with two Space Marines, almost get the living shit beat out of you.
But I didn't.
But you didn't. Thanks to a last-moment regurgitation from Sal, giving you those necessary hit points, and taking down the one-on-one with the Custodes, the Imperial Guard that challenged you.
You're
Onyx.
with two people still.
He said
Onyx.
he'd do a one-on-one. I'm okay.
But you still have a one-on-one with two others.
Yeah. Black Opal, you, under the name of Onyx, also with Taylor under the name Pirate Queen, went into a ring with some jacked up Space Marine, truly roided out by the name of Bone, and while
He got
a
boned.
tough battle, he was able to just barely down you, causing Taylor to turn around and down him, being claimed victor.
You can
And
say
of
he
course...
got boned.
Boned. You could say that, but we won't.
Say that.
We're more mature than that.
Rough life.
And so
Got-
Sal ate people.
Strike it for record.
And said, "I'll vomit."
And Sal ate people and vomited, which is currently why Sal's not feeling good. Bit of tummy issues.
He's chilling above the ship. In the ship.
As
The
you are
droid
all
got
brought
crazy,
off,
man.
there is, of course, still some natural winnings just for being alive, first of all, and some extra winnings for coming in first for a few people. Heading out of the arena, what they're going to do is they're going to start the payout. And what you realize is a lot of this is data cards that can be transferred once you leave the planet for actual Latinum, like cases full of Latinum. Just because you don't want some hotshot coming out of a battle, get a bunch of Latinum, and then everyone in the crowd jumps in. Gibbon,
That'd be kinda funny.
as under the name of Hank, you indeed won your battle, and so you are going to get a bit of prize money. The first thing that you get, of course, is you had some 2 to 3 odds on you, which helps your overall scores. Unfortunately, there wasn't any monetary bets placed on you by the party, but from your payout, from being not only alive, but succeeding, you're going to get a payout of 10,000 credits. Sal, under the name of Cal, from Gorn is Fine, did have a huge bet with Sal's 18 to 4 odds. Let alone they were able to earn back a grand total of 9,000 credits for again also staying alive and winning gets another payout. So Sal now has a total of 19,000 credits. Taylor did have a bit of a bet on that Val had helped place, and so her payout in total of surviving and winning is going to be 11,050 credits.
Guys, we're loaded.
Onyx, even though you did not win, it is a huge success not to die. It means you're a return customer, hopefully. So you are getting a payout of still 5,000 credits. Just the additional 5,000 that usually comes with winning is going to Taylor.
But if it's coming out in cash, once we leave from here, we can just be like,
Taylor,
give it.
give.
Taylor,
It
hun.
really is. Like, obviously, she might want some of her own for like spending cash. It's
oh, she
helpful.
can keep 5,000.
Yeah, but it's like it is helpful. It's like even though she is our prisoner, I guess we could still call it at this point because we don't want her roaming free.
I'm just gonna say, like, until we get what we're aiming to buy, pool the money.
I agree. So then she
Yes.
doesn't go, what about my money? No.
Gibbon's like, oh, yeah, pull the money. Right.
Yeah, and then everything else can go to Gibbon.
Radical.
That does not...
That's logic.
Wait, didn't we
That
do
is
this
not luck.
so that we could all have
I'm
money
gonna buy
as
so
a
much
group?
Knuckles the Hedgehog or Knuckles the Echidna paraphernalia.
Oh, you almost got roasted there. Oh, you were close. I felt the flames coming out of my computer. Just hearing comments somewhere on the internet going, "Oh,
Actually.
actually."
Actually...
As
No,
you would all,
as, like,
if you needed to pool it all together, there is a grand total of 45,000 credits then, which is a pretty penny.
Now let's go again and bet it all. Again.
I mean, we
I
could.
I would say,
This is
can we at least wait for me to
long
rest
run.
to get my abilities back?
Oh, yeah, for
Because
sure.
in order to help you all, I am basically depleted of all of my resources.
I just need to go drink some hot orange juice and
That is
dunk some
not
blood
what
sausages.
And
Okay.
deal with your minor kidney injury
Oh,
currently.
yeah, that's fine. The blood sausage. will
Actually, I
help.
kind of do want to know, DM.
Yes.
Am I back up?
Well, should it be me or you? I want to roll. I want a D8 roll.
You're back at
and
half.
One
They would heal you up to half.
D8 to be rolled and an 8 as a reroll. I want to know what year
Where did
the
that?
owl is on.
Where did that? It
You
was
already
the
did
one.
that? What?
That was like
It was several
sessions
ago.
ago. Yeah.
What
I
number
remember
was I
doing
on?
it. You were here?
I thought it was
Let me
on
check my
one. I
note.
thought the
You're
whole joke
making
was
me look
like,
at all my
no.
logs. You.
Well, if it's year one, it's still year one. We've been in space for
No,
maybe.
like
Yeah.
1 year left. That's how it was going in my mind.
Then I misunderstood. I was doing it as what year count down re-rolling eights. Like, so
Okay, I
7
was
is
counting
you're
wrong.
on the 7th year. No, currently you should be on year 1 according to my note.
Okay.
So.
I just wanted to see if there was hijinks or
Yeah.
funny times.
Hygiene. No, that's a good question to ask.
Keep it in your Vulcan pants.
I didn't
Uh,
say anything.
So,
Sorry.
as you
Really
notice,
jazzed.
this Imperial
Keep it in
soldier
your
that's
whatever
paying
you are
off
pants.
gives you all your chips, of course. Now, should you need payout, you must simply just head to the terminal back to your ship and we will transport the necessary latinum.
Wonderful.
Unless you wish to fight again.
Does it look like the Imperium Guard?
Mhm.
Is his armor near me? Did his compatriots respect his wishes?
To give you the armor?
Uh-huh.
Yes. That was something. It did take a few minutes. Basically, they took out of his body, and are getting it to you like about now. It's like within the next couple seconds, you're gonna feel the tap on the shoulder, just because there was body parts inside.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely gonna wait and see what this ish does, because if it's gonna suit me up, I could go in.
I would not be able to help.
Oh, that's fine.
So,
Okay.
here's what's important.
Well, it's
to know.
really it really just depends on like if this armor's cool.
Yeah,
Also,
I
would they
noticed
have
my
healed me
owl
to
is
half as
only
well
a little bit.
Oh, for
from my battle, or because I never
Oh.
went down? Would they have because they healed Shane, or because I didn't go down.
No,
they
if you
just-
don't go completely down, they don't waste medicine on healing
Okay,
people.
so they just said you're
You went
fine.
completely down, and also part of the reason you're even up is Taylor kept you down long enough to like call the match, but she then brought you up in that sense of I didn't kill you, therefore, because she actually would have gotten a bigger payout with some of her odds, but because she didn't kill you, she just victory by winning. It's that like she didn't get as much, but of course that keeps you from being dead.
We're very thankful for that.
Yeah. You see right now the basically this Imperial Fist officer who's finishing up, doling out the chips, getting everything. They are going to pull up the armor for you. Let me pull up the stats real quick. Yes, the
You
true
cannot die while wearing this armor.
Space Marine armor
Someone
is
takes off
really,
even a little
really
bit.
good.
You got
I like scratches the paint and I just keel over.
it. You removed a piece of the armor.
That would be terrible.
I thought I had it. The important thing is, and I will send you a link to this page,
Lincoln gets
Oromite armor is what it is called. This is a homebrew, and this is, get ready, batshit insane. This is legendary-esque armor.
Esque?
Your
Still
AC
insane.
while wearing it is
No, I'm
25.
I know.
Your strength score is 20. You have advantage on stealth checks.
It's a 25 AC.
Now, important to note, this is fully sealed. Once the armor is completely donned, you can survive in the vacuum of space or deepest part of the ocean. You count as having water breathing and immunity to vacuum. You have advanced sensors. Basically, you have a little internal mini-map where you'll have dark vision for 60 feet, thermal for 60, plus 5 to perception, and you always know which
Wait.
direction's north.
Thermal means I can see invisibility.
To a certain extent.
Okay.
You are Tritanium Man.
Life support systems, of course, is you're immune to extreme weather, and you have advantage on medicine checks on yourself. And part of that life support system is, in the vacuum of space, you can survive just as long as you necessarily would also like need food and water. There is servo motors. You count as having the powerful build features, so your movement speed increases by 15 feet. You have improved rebreathers, so you're now immune to airborne poison diseases. And, of course, functionality to breathe in any environment, like vacuums. Shoulder pads for rapid deployment system for ammo, but unfortunately they are not going to give you the ammo.
Uh-huh.
You gain the effect of 2 backpacks, and you ignore reloading for any rifle or pistol weapon. Thankfully, your Star Trek or Starfleet issued phasers and phaser rifles don't
Also
have
something
that, but you
If I
have
ever steal somebody's guns.
exactly.
So if I were to steal Gus's or Tyler's Glock.
Here's where it gets really gross.
Yeah.
The Oromite plating is nearly invincible that has been used extensively in construction of this armor. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, fire, acid, cold, lightning, radiant, thunder, poison, and necrotic damage.
So everything other than psychic.
Mhm.
Cool.
You have a refractor field where you will... This is gross. Refractor field. You have 120 temporary hit points, which is not affected by resistances and refreshes every 3 rounds. Now, something important to note with the refractor field that Nathan also kind of knows, it is a once-a-day thing. Once you initiate it, it will refresh every 3 rounds, but after an hour's time, you can't use it if there were like 2 fights in a day.
But temp hit points don't expire, or is it after an hour those hit points go away?
Those hit points go away after an hour.
Okay.
It's the armor giving you the hit points, and so the armor will run out of it.
Basically, like the Halo, you get shot up, and the little bar goes down. And just
You have silent motors, which of course they produce no degree of sound, so the armor will give you advantage on stealth checks.
You could fart, and no one would hear it.
Grav shoots, which are really nice. You gain the effects of feather fall and can cast levitate on yourself, but you already have a jetpack. And of course, the Ares Shriek, the most dangerous piece, borders on blasphemy against any machine. Machines within 120 feet suffer jamming malfunctions, and constructs suffer disadvantage checks against you because of this. Easy enough when you're in a ship to not have it affect your ship. But for example, if you were fighting a construct or next to really important ship parts, it would start breaking down. And you have a teleporter transponder. Your own personal little beam, you have 3 charges, and you can expend 1 charge to teleport to any unoccupied space within a 120-foot line of sight.
So who would be okay, not character to character wise, player to player wise? Because I don't know how long enough extra combat would take if I were to go. Because that is.
Player to player, I think it sounds great to do it.
It sounds so broken. Like if I could get us 10,000 more, if I
Hold up.
bet.
I'll bet on the house.
Like that's what I'm like.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it's a good.
Can
I mean,
we
we
heal
could-
you fully first?
You could, like, take a long rest, come back.
yeah.
They're not
that's-
gonna, like, bar you from coming back if you leave now.
That works for me. 'Cause
Because
I feel good about that. Where it's like.
Yeah.
That armor's so absolutely toasted, and then we don't want to bet everything. I'd say let's not bet more than half of what we've just earned.
See,
But
if
even
there
if it's
was
only 2-to-1 odds, or 2-to-1 odds, and it's just doubled, that's still, if we bet, 30 of this 50-something thousand we just made,
Mhm.
that's a crap ton of money, or it's a crap ton of credits we have coming our way.
See, what I'd like to do is figure out if there was a way to rig it so that I could get in the same one as you. Because that would be fun.
Are there, like, duos?
No, unfortunately.
Damn
You
it.
telling me we can't squat up?
You had squad up, fusion, huh? No,
You're
um,
in lobby with. Oh my! Wait.
Like
can
smash-
you fuse? What if
smash-
we fuse and roll and then unfuse for the fight?
There's gotta be some rule
That-
about that. I have gems.
I feel like there's a rule. Even
Have
though I
you
didn't
created
written-
mechanics for that to say we can't do it? Because if not, you're being a bully and doing that.
You're being mean!
That's right, I'm rolling back decades worth of anti-bully propaganda. I'm bullying right now. What are you gonna do, cry about it? Yeah.
Isn't that? Well, no. It is not healthy to bully your DM. This is fully as a bit, but is that not what D&D is?
You bully someone for
No,
a couple hours a
bullying-
week.
Yeah, bullying the DM.
You guys been watching G20?
No, if that isn't a mechanic that exists, we won't abuse it. But that
I
would be
don't
so
think
sick.
you it. Otherwise, the custodes would do so, and part of it is
Or we
this
just
sounds really bad.
use the
Basically,
whole
it's not like you could jump in and out, but there would be no extra payout for having someone, and people would get mad at you.
Who cares? We're not coming back to this.
Yeah, no,
one.
well, it's more like, oh, well, cool. Maybe you won easier, but you don't get any payout, and we might send someone to break your kneecaps because it's like
Okay,
we don't
I'll just-
like that.
I'll do it. But
Or,
if that's okay with you guys,
What if we just
Oh, excuse me.
try and
The
fuse
benefit
it?
of having 2 backpacks
Save.
also increases to the ideal jetpack systems you have, so your fly speed's about to double too. Important to know.
you wouldn't have happened to make this in D&D Beyond's homebrew, right?
I have not,
Okay,
unfortunately.
I'll probably have to try that after the session, just because I struggle so hard to jump around between.
You're good.
I'm trying it.
The only real thing to keep in mind is your odds are probably going to change. Because they know Hank, and if you come back in the armor, we have a previous victor now armored up. It's not
Do
the
they
same
know that I
odds.
won the armor?
Yes. Oh, that was
Okay.
broadcast. Like everyone watching was like, "Oh, dope. Okay, yeah, that's kind of how it works."
Handling as roughly as
And I would say it's also that idea of normally this would be a bit of a death sentence, as Imperial soldiers don't love the idea of people taking their armor, but it's already the who are you, what are you, and you guys aren't sticking around in the Imperial forever.
This armor was for me.
Is that a good Imperium guard voice?
Close. Your genetics make it so, but
The fact that it's
Um,
a little rough, I think will fit you.
so out of the 45,000, actually no, what I should first say, do you guys want to take a long rest? The idea of like, let's cash out, take a long rest back at the ship, and just like chill for a moment.
Yeah.
I'd
Could
say
I?
yes, and I. Oh,
I
sorry.
was just gonna say, could I roll an insight check to see if that's a bad? Like, if we cash out and then try to
Yeah.
go back, are they gonna be like? I don't know. I feel like I feel
somebody-
sketched about it. Yeah, somebody gonna
Yeah.
like try to rob us while we're
Go for
You know,
it. Yeah,
that
make
kind
an
of deal.
insight.
17.
17. You think it's a dangerous game either way. The idea of we could just like try to long rest here, not cash out, but this is a dangerous place. the idea of, and I will shamelessly say it, the honor amongst thieves does come a bit into play around the Skull Arena. Part of the reason they made it is they want Imperial armies and people who want a one-on-one to feel like they can do it safely to have that honor. Yeah, they're going to cash out and make a betting pool around it, and so that other people can enjoy it. So it's not just like a hunk of rock where two random clones are just duking it out all the time. Cashing out, while not a bad idea, there's the same amount of danger as if you were to like stay and try again. There might be someone who gets cocky or feels like, my Custodes brother should have won, I'm gonna start following you, and that's hard to tell until any action is taken. So it's not, there's no immediate danger. It's not like, they're waiting for us to leave, but there's always going to be a bit of danger.
Okay. Then my vote is my vote is we go back to the ship, rest button shifts, and whoever's on watch is on the guns. Just ready if anybody comes up to the ship to just obliterate them. And then we go back and do another quick moneymaker in the morning. Does that sound good to everybody?
I love that everyone else is like story-wise, and we're just here mining money.
Okay, we're doing story things too.
This is Eleanor just being like, no, I think this is great. Everyone's or at least in what I could see, because my connection was glitching out in the last section. The fact that it's like, wow, the captain's actually a prince, and we're over here like, fight, fight,
Money.
That's all that I'll sing.
And a rich,
Because we can't afford this
and a
copyright
rich
strikes.
bag.
One day someone's gonna hear the audio. So, heading on out, there is a lot of people, of course, that are like kind of cheering at you guys, that do love the whole novelty of like, hell yeah, these people showed up, kicked ass.
I half want to go in again, but I doubt I'd survive.
You see, Taylor's like out. She's like, if you want to fight, that's fine. I hope this helps pay off my debt, and maybe I'm not constantly under supervision now.
Debt pretty paid. I feel like once we hit the syndicate,
You spit on me.
Yeah,
It was rude.
you would have done the same thing.
No.
Logically, to be
There's no
disguised
logic in
within the arena, why would she be nice to you?
because we arrived together.
You don't have to
When
be
you are
nice to me.
competitors,
You just don't have to spit in my eye.
So when we were
Yeah.
taking tests in school and you were aiming for the highest grade, it would make sense to spit on us because you are a competitor
not
in that
to
moment.
spit in that
Yes, but this
environment.
is the Skull Arena.
That is what I'm trying to say.
This is life
In
or
school,
death.
I would not
Spitting
spit
is
on that.
much
It's just gross.
For once, I
better
agree
than
with Pirate.
killing him.
That is what
I
I'm
think
trying to
it's
explain.
stupid logic.
I,
But that's mine.
Listen, I grew up in a place pretty similar to this. And,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you'd spit on people, sure, but like spitting on people you know, it's kind of a dick move. It makes sense. It fits.
Yes, and I definitely should have done that because obviously we're all the closest to friends.
No.
Exactly, we're not friends. Like
I look
I
over
am
and
your-
see like her pile
So
of
Al's
money
drawing a
pulled
picture.
away and put into our pile of money. And
It's
like,
like,
yeah, okay, yeah, you can take a eyeball full of spit for
like
10K.
she's not entirely happy about her arrangement right
Well,
now.
neither are we.
Exactly.
Listen, when we hit the syndicate, after we get answers to our questions, I don't care what you do.
As long as it's not attacking us.
Attack it. The payout immediately comes. All you have to do is you walk over to the transport station, hand off the chips, and they basically beam the platinum with you to the ship.
Beam the button.
Beam.
Beam the button. Sorry.
Beat the blade.
Arriving back on the Shagger Rats, the Latinum is in nice little cases, each case holding about 10,000, so you have 5 cases right now on board.
Are there trackers on this?
Make me an investigation check.
How did?
I
Because
wanna
I'm like,
check
how
for
did they
trackers on
beam
our
it
ship.
over into our? You know, I'm like, are they gonna just beam it away when we try to leave?
No,
I'm
well,
so
again, honor amongst thieves. Then you have a bunch of pissed off and well-proven
16.
guys that could come back and beat you the shit up. No, these look like classic unmarked cases that you just and they open up with that little pneumatic hiss, all the latinum's there, checking the pieces. Doesn't look like there's any trackers in there. It's more or less like the transport station has most of the money near it, so they can just put it right when you guys go. It's like, thank you for the chip, you're cashing out, we're going to send this right with you, so there's no like you guys leave and then we say, oops, we're not going to pay you, nor are we just going to put it all on the ship and then you guys like hold a sausage for more. Simple give and exchange.
Sweet.
Once you get back on the ship, you see Taylor immediately heads back to her little corner, nestles up, and is going to get some shut-eye, because she was looking pretty fucked up already as well. Who would like to take, like, first watch, then, as it's like everyone will get a chance to long rest, but...
I mean,
I don't need to sleep.
well, you have to trance, though, for long enough.
Well, I can do that because
Okay.
I don't really need to.
It's true. You weren't in any active big fighter spell, so it's like you could
Yeah.
probably take that moment. Okay. Would anyone like to be second? Just because we'll be having rolls, just random
I'll
counters.
do second. Oh,
Second.
you'll do second?
Okay.
I'll do second.
Second, third, and at that point, Val, you can take fourth and the rest because again, trancing only 4 hours. At that point, you can finish us off.
Bruh.
Because Sal is taking a big old lizard cat nap, who is very full. Honk shoe, honk shoe.
Honk
Base.
shoe, honk
That's
shoe.
the sound. That is the sound.
Here we go.
that I was
Exactly the
making.
sound makes. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let's roll some random counters then. Man, it's been a while since I really got to do this.
That means it's good in our favor.
We're in the ship as well, so.
Dahina, you are sitting in the ship. Everyone kind of takes a corner, weapon in hand, or quick blanket.
Takes all the money.
While everyone is asleep, you notice Taylor does seem to cock an eye open at one point, looks the room, and notices you taking first watch. Sits up. So, did you worry about me?
Yes.
Well, thanks. But, as you can see, I can take care of myself, and so can you. In fact, I'm a little curious as to why you didn't sign up.
Black Opal almost died. So did Gibbon. Why
But
would I?
you wouldn't have.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. I've watched you grow. I've seen what you can do. Do they know everything that you've done? Everything that we did?
No. But I've put that behind me. That's not my life anymore. That's not who I am anymore.
She kind of like gestures to the Shagrats floating alongside the Skull Arena. It is now. Listen, I don't know all your bureaucracy and qualms with Khan and all of this, but you're not a Federation officer right now.
But that's what I signed up for. I signed up for Starfleet. This is just what happened.
You see, she kind of rolls her eyes, and you also get that, like, this was never a new conversation. This has happened back when you guys were growing up. There was a lot of this. You see Taylor just... I just think that's a lot of really good skills wasted. If you want to throw your lot in with bureaucratic socialism with a bunch of suits and ties telling you where to sail the stars, that's okay.
Socialism.
And that's okay. I'm just saying anarchy is subjectively better, but I won't go into that. I'm saying if you want to be in Starfleet, Tahina, at least also use what Mom and Dad taught you and gave you. Please.
I'll think about it.
Well, I'll get some sleep and no worries. I won't try to escape. Even though it'd be really easy. She kind of like gives that, goes to everyone else asleep. But she, you
Absolutely
see,
conked.
Taylor
We are the Guardians of the
nestles
Galaxy.
back
Follow
in.
the cruise.
Nestles back into her little corner, grabs her hat, kind of tips it down, and within a few minutes, you kind of get the general sensation she has truly fallen asleep As that was an interesting encounter roll.
Twas.
Not every encounter is a fight. It's sometimes it's a bit of a realization or a talk. You know.
Does a little bit for that number say little bit of exposition?
No, I actually
Little
call
bit
it
of backstory.
a plot. Is just what I've written down on my little table. I think it's a fun roll.
No, absolutely.
It's a grouping of if this roll plot. I'm like, oh okay. So Dahima, as you kind of like sit there, Taylor goes to sleep. Your shift will finish. You can wake up Black Opal. Bone.
Like freaking Ebenezer Scrooge, but it's just bone.
You know what
Just
it is?
fill in the
It's
shagger
like
ass.
From
He's
Brooklyn
like
Nine-Nine of Captain Hook going, BONE!
He's
Bone.
like way skinnier because he's not on roids in the afterlife. He's like a solid 120.
He keeps it lean, keeps it taut.
doesn't
Yeah,
have,
like
like,
He's
he's
like
not-
got that runner's body.
Yeah, right. Here we go. Black Opal. Well, that's no fun. Black Opal, you have a completely uneventful shift.
You have dreams of
That
bone.
way, in a good way, you got a solid 17 on the die. Basically, what you notice, I will give you as time is passing. There is a different influx of ships, of course. Not everyone sticks around the whole time. A lot of people are coming in and out of like, hey, we just came from a grand battle on one planet, and I really want to fuck up this guy that like I was so close to, but then we had to call it. Watching this, you notice there's a bit of change. Notably, a big old Romulan ship does enter in, which is that note of like there were those two Romulans that fought in the arena with you, but they seem more like mercenary. This is more like, oh, that's like a Romulan Empire ship, but it doesn't cause any trouble. You're thinking, okay, they're probably just here because it's a classic standard to be like, let's send some people, kind of like Klingons would. And with that, your shift does seem to pass generally safely.
I just relay that information over to
Oh, clever. Okay, just making sure it's
over
like
to him in
given.
case like somebody did get pissed at if we happen to kill like two Romulan delegates' children who snuck off to go and fight in a
Yeah, it would suck.
Would it be our fault though if they went to a place called the Skull Arena and got killed?
Kill. Not at all. Again,
I-
there's no
which-
laws here, but
No,
like,
but
yeah.
to the people who were like, oh, somebody killed our people. Yes.
I
They
guess.
killed my
Ribbon.
son! You know, yeah. Yeah, somebody
I
gets
don't know.
it.
If my kid went to a place called like the the Murderer's Deathmatch Arena of Damnation and got killed there, I'd be heartbroken
No,
for
it
sure.
would be,
but
it would
like,
be less
They
words.
went
You
to the
just
Murderer's
exactly.
If
Of
I went
Damnation.
somewhere called the Blood Pit.
It's got a prepositional phrase that tacks on of damnation. That's grammatically horrifying.
It's like the book club
Given.
for murderers.
That's an interesting role. As you're watching,
Oh yeah, muffins.
you keep
They're
looking
cupcakes.
through
I
the
don't care.
Ormite armor, taking
I
inventory, and this is kind of like what we kind of like went through and like D&D
yeah.
stat wise, just went
What
here
flavor
is
I
all
want.
the information.
Chocolate,
This is like you
caramel,
taking these moments of like,
and
okay, my
not
movement's
actual
increased.
cream cheese, but
I've got a
cream
double
cheese.
fly speed. Oh, I've got an ability. I
Chocolate
can
caramel.
120 temp hit
Cream
point. This
cheese.
is really cool.
But
Every
not
3
cream cheese,
rounds
because
it
dairy-free.
refreshes. This is
Mm.
nice. Like,
I'm gonna
um,
start with one of
as
these.
you're doing so, after
Still
a
one.
moment, you find a little compartment that, when you pop open, reveals a data pack that you could plug into any sort of screen monitor and kind of parse through. It looks like maybe what one would consider a journal. Would you like to do that now, though, while everyone's asleep, or would you wait and check that out later?
it's like a journal.
Yes, but to the extent of like it's a hard drive where you plug it in, and it's probably it doesn't look like anything malicious. Probably just like notes, video, like information of the previous owner.
I'm not doing some reading and everybody else is
There's a
awake.
video format. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably just watch it now. I'll give him the Spark Notes if it's relevant.
I can't.
You pop in.
Interesting.
What you find is, of course, that
Don't taste good.
the Imperium
Good.
Guard, the Custodes that wore this armor,
Mm.
what you're finding is they went by the name.
That's my mama's bacon.
Threw me for a fucking
Alright,
loop.
I
I'm
made
like,
the comment.
No,
of
you made the comment it doesn't taste
gluten-free.
that the cupcakes
Oh, yeah,
don't
no,
taste
yeah.
gluten-free and
Right.
dairy-free. I'm like, yeah, no, my mom knows how to bake, my god.
the previous owner's name was Abaddon. Kind of that old, what we would consider that very Christian mythos name. But you see, Abaddon shows up on screen a couple times. You realize this is a lot of video recording transmission. What you realize is it's probably very similar to what Morim has. Like, in the armor of a Quake, I can make notes. Well, almost that very Buzz Lightyear personal log, start date, blah, blah, blah. You know, but looking through, these are kind of big
I would
general
hate to have
things.
Given do that, just start date. It's just like
Yes.
2 minutes. Of,
Except for I fully go home and write up it's written, but after every session I write down what Gibbon says into like a
Please.
micer, you know.
I will pay real American money.
Abaddon
You will.
sits at the screen just... Abaddon, Captain Rank of the Imperium Guard, Custodes. He reads off a star date, and you realize this star date is, gosh, 200 years ago.
Wow, this guy didn't keep his journal very often.
Well, or this is kind of like where you would start. Like,
No, I think that's funny. I'm just like, oh, he sucks at journaling. That's so mean.
we have received these data packs to write down of our conquests to form better stratagem and battle tactics with our brethren. When I received this, I thought it rather inconsequential. So I do not believe I will be writing this often. That is all. And so that next one pops up. A lot of these you see Abaddon. Stardate 6189 starts listing off in the today we had a battle on this planet going through, and so it's that very much you start skipping through because a lot of these are like I did this in this battle, useful for later, but the dates are very inconsistent where it jumps maybe a year, maybe 10 years, never seemingly too involved until you reach one about given how old are you?
I'm so sorry. It's in my...
You're good. Yeah.
I don't know about you.
I'm 25 years old.
25. This was about 30 years ago from your time.
And that's
What
a
you'll
rough
find-
age for me.
Abaddon is that you see Abaddon looks shaken. Today we lost our fellow captain. 2 of the custodes assigned to the watch fled their post, and we were not ready for the Death Watch. They arrived allied with Harlequin and our captain passed. We don't know. You see he stops. I don't know what happened to the 2 of his watch, but I've heard the rumors among the ranks that something is wrong in the Imperium. Something has been wrong for some time. I'm not taking it as hard as some of the others, but he was like a father to us. Abaddon out. Cuts through. It goes through a couple more until finally you see one last entry about 5 years ago. Abaddon, we've just come from... and starts into what you almost skip through because it's like, well, this is another battle log. But something does stop you. As you are sitting listening, you hear Abaddon. During the battle, I thought I saw something. We, of course, were close to the Imperium world, and in my personal ship, I was protecting some of the rings, and I thought I saw a Federation vessel. It couldn't have been so, but... You see, kind of like stopped, and you realize he's recalling his memory. I know that there are programs about to be put in place. Some have even volunteered or been volunteered by the Emperor, but there was one of the United Federation of Planets vessels here. I'm sure of it. My captain says I'm a bit delirious that I had some fatigue or my suit malfunctioned, but why was an Imperium vessel inside of our space that we did not notice? I must be losing my mind. You realize he stopped, and like for a good minute, he is just kind of frozen. Sometimes blinking, sometimes breathing.
I think before he blinks, I like
Skip through a couple times until.
or like tap the glass, like.
So anyway, and then we'll go back. Yeah, stops. Abaddon out. And that was the last transmission ever given. You can do with this what you will, but that was something to find.
So, me theory, which will be a Black Opal theory if he ever hears about it, but
It's con.
oh yeah, like such a good way to gather data on the entirety of history is to give every single soldier in the Imperium a data log to record all of their battles, all of their
it's
everything
fine.
that they want to do, or everything that they're doing, and they live for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Mhm.
Like,
You could double it.
I'd have
That's
to-
very true.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm going to bed.
Val, it is your shift.
Yeah, what's up?
Val, during your shift, again, being longest, I'm actually going to roll a couple times. First part of the shift, not a lot happens. You get a couple message requests from the planet, just like very much the cold call. We noticed you're still here. Want to come fight again?
hot slimes
Hey,
in your area.
we got you. Slimes. There is a weird ad that just
Hot
went away.
Marines 1 mile away want to meet you.
They're all canonically clones. I'll have you
Hot cologne.
know.
Hot
but
colognes were hot colognes.
Most everything seems general to the extent of, hey, we can bet again. Who wants to fight? We can take newcomers. Would you like to just come watch, bet, buy drink? Like getting a crowd in. And then I'll do the other one real quick because okay, both the same. The rest of the shift passes without any incident.
So, as a side note, we know that Area 31 was trying to work against Khan.
Sector 31 was actively working against Khan. They didn't know it was Khan, but they knew someone was in the system.
So that means my fellow commander in the medical department, as much as I think she... player character calls her a bitch. You know, Commander... I don't have my notes in front of me.
Weston, yeah.
Commander Weston. The L is concerned
Mhm.
for everyone's safety.
Yeah.
Has sent messages off to the captain. Was able to get a message out to
Leslie. Leslie.
Ensign
Brain
Alice Shaw.
messages,
in
or are
order-
you?
No. I'm talking like before. I was able to get messages in our past session to
Oh, I
McTavish.
thought you were saying you were doing that right now, and I'm like,
No, I'm not using any spell slots. In past sessions, I was able to get in touch with McTavish. I was able to get in touch with Ensign Alice Shaw to get the brain from my quarters. I want to find out if there's a way I can contact Commander Weston to ask if she is okay, and
That would be breaking radio
that
silence.
would be breaking radio silence.
Already you're playing a dangerous game with this sending to McTavish, because part of what McTavish did in sending people off was, unless it's like deathly emergency big stuff, if we can keep radio silence, this is going to help us keep spread out, find information, and not just get
And
all
stay alive.
captured in one go. You're right, yeah, stay alive is a big portion of that.
Well, then she's contemplating on a different topic. In order to defeat Khan, we have to be imperfect. Or we have to be not predictable.
Mhm.
And there's an ace I've been holding in my metaphorical sleeve of reconnecting back to my emotions. And you said, I want to clarify what the DM has said. Was it that I could reconnect at any time, or that I could talk to my emotions at any time?
Passively, what you would just kind of know, talking to your emotions would be a huge process, probably requiring you to be of the significance and holy side, shall we say, like back on Vulcan or similar extent.
Okay.
The
I just have to be
reconnection, though, would be something that, in theory, if you take the time to stop and do, that it could be done anywhere.
How much time would it take to do? Basically, I want to assess what I have. Like, will it take a round?
That's
Will
a
it take two?
well. It's a tough question. As long as it would take, because Black Opal did, to a certain extent, surgically help sever the connection, but kept it there. If that makes sense, right? It's not like it's been purged, but there would be fixing. It's almost
so it's more of like you put a stent in.
It's as long as it takes for you to reconnect. That could be a couple minutes. That could be a couple days.
I want to know if it's something I can do within a crisis to protect.
Give me an insight check. Well, you know,
if
there's
it's going to take a couple days, then I don't think it would be worth it as this.
yeah,
is,
in
right?
a crisis.
Okay, that's 11 plus. Let me get my insight.
Yep.
So insight is plus 3, so that is only going to be 14.
14. The first insight you have is that's such a gamble. Because it might be a round or two. Or it could be, wow, Val's out of the fight for a while because everything's going poorly. It's
But-
that you won't know until you try, unfortunately.
If we're trying to be unpredictable, it'll be quite illogical for me.
On a 14, I will give you that, though. Is it illogical or is it logical? This is where, and I do mean this in the worst of ways, Khan is already a supercomputer inside of his head.
Mm-hmm.
Would it not be logical for a Vulcan to reconnect to Dangerous Motion to try to fight him, and could he not plan for that?
So then would it be illogical to not?
What I will say is, only on a 14, I have an actual mechanic for what is illogical or what is not. But I can't really tell anyone that.
I can guidance myself.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Guidance.
15.
15. Yeah, it's a lot of what's...
Bronze medal.
Bronze!
If we're fighting the most perfect logical being, how do you combat that? I would say you don't think... Being illogical is probably the first step. But you know that simply being illogical doesn't mean that something doesn't still hold credence. For example, is it illogical for Gibbon to go fight in the arena again? Probably. It's called the Skull Arena. But there is the still weight of the matter of this would give us money. It buys us more time in what we could call a safer zone than the rest of the galaxy right now. So it's... You're on the first steps of what's going to define being illogical.
Okay, this sounds bad, but... So the owl knows Gibbon is asleep?
Yeah.
Completely? What would Gibbon do? What would Gibbon do? You know... Well, of course he would sleep, but if he was presented this choice...
That's his conscience.
And
Please
I...
make me a Constitution save throw.
I'm gonna try and be as quiet as I can because I don't want to.
Quietly hork down a rat. A live rat? Yeah.
No, I bit off the head.
But it's still not... Okay.
I know.
It wasn't always headless.
Constitution
It takes them
saving.
like
I mean,
20
not all of them.
seconds.
Constitution saving.
Yes.
And it takes
Oh,
them
yeah,
20
sure, yeah.
seconds after their
19.
neck has been severed for them to stop.
19
And I can guide
is fine.
myself
You are
through
not
it.
going to become nauseous.
Can we just roll to see if Taylor was awake?
No, actually, that would be hilarious. Just hearing, what would Gibbon do? What would Gibbon do? Was she?
Can you imagine this poor Vulcan who's saying that what would Gibbon do and just slowly looks to a bag of rats going and just reaches in,
Just like,
grabs one. And there's
The
no
grateful
like
no,
there's no emotion on the face but just this slow
Yeah, that is actually really sad.
it's depressing is what it is.
Extremely, yeah.
You eat the rat.
Did Tahela see it?
I won't tell you. Cause if she would have seen it, past a passive perception, or she was asleep. Again, everyone needs a long rest.
Man,
Right.
if she saw it, she better freaking tell me.
All of you will then be able to wake up after the long rest is over. And how are you gonna head back down? Is everyone going to go to like watch, or is it do a couple people go?
I'll go down to police bets and to be there for medical support. Sorry.
I think we should keep. We definitely shouldn't bet all of it. But we should still bet a decent. I think up to 20,000.
I'm good with that. I'll put all of my crap on the line.
20,000 is really good. I mean,
And then if we have some people, would we be able to put it back on a card?
but what? Oh, so like data
Lithium.
cards.
The lithium,
Oh, Latinum.
platinum.
The Latinum is more of
That word.
you would pay it out, and again, whatever payout you get, they give you the data card back to take with you when you transport out.
Yes, but
Yeah.
if we were to like pop back down and be like, hey, can we put the platinum back on a card?
While you're there, no, because more it's once you've bet the Latinum, they just keep it. You just more get
Gotcha.
quick little data stuff to be like, ah, yes, this is my ticket stub.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, that's a good question though.
Then I don't have any spells or anything that would be able to really help.
You could help give if you're in the same arena.
Yeah, but if there's two of you
Difficult
going, and if you just take Taylor with you, so I don't have to worry about her. She likes to spit on people.
Do you want to get concessions and watch with me?
I was saying that you three go, and I stay and watch the shit.
Oh. Well, don't blow it up.
I'm gonna get hot dogs.
I feel like a hot dog.
After yesterday's fight, you're just so unworried.
Hell yeah.
I will hail you if anything gets dire.
Here we go.
And we need a quick escape. Will you be prepared? Black Opal.
Very
It's
much.
like I don't even say anything to them.
No,
It's like they don't acknowledge me.
I don't.
Here we go.
Was someone speaking just now?
I want to let you know that it is a good thing I am disconnected from my emotions.
Hey, Black Opal.
Hey, remember
I'm
when I
here for
disconnected them from their emotions?
Rude.
I look over to Tahale and be like, would you kindly stick a knife in all of their necks?
I'm not doing anything for you, rat eater.
You ate a rat?
What?
Panic! Okay,
Just
stone
the
face!
pupil dilates and
Yeah?
They're still there.
no big fucking balls.
There's only one left.
Well, of the original two.
No, I didn't take any of the originals. I'm not
yeah,
an idiot.
yeah.
Wait,
Uh,
is one big fucking balls and one little fucking balls?
one of your balls is lopsided now.
Oh no.
No,
Gibbon,
in,
we're
in,
gonna
never
this
show
is,
this to my children.
Eleanor not having the
we're gonna
words.
roll for you to see what your payout currently is. Holy shit!
And you have a spit kick.
Here's the thing. How I'm gonna rule this.
See, I even
Gibbon,
when
as
relax,
Hank,
no one notices.
We're just.
you are
We
now
don't mean it.
well liked.
Uh-huh.
After your last battle, though, even with armor, a lot of people are going, he'll probably get targeted. Your betting odds are a 17 to 1.
Okay, so let's put a shit ton of money down.
So,
Uh,
Money,
30.
money, money.
That's
So,
30K.
30K?
If we put down 30K, we get back. Let's see.
But that's if you win.
Yeah, but if I
Granted, we
lose, I
have you
die.
with the spells.
You would get 500,000
You with the
credits
cheering.
if you
All
win.
right, let's do this.
All right.
Very loud.
I wish I could say that I could
Stop! It's like
go
a
in with
sonic
you.
weapon.
Sorry. Boom! The Hulk clap.
Yeah, your ratings, Black Opal as Onyx, have skyrocketed. You had an 18 to 1 when you started.
Now it's a 40.
Your odds are actually a 39 to 1 odds.
Wow.
Because
So
it was
should
not
I
like,
go?
he's not bad, but...
Here's what I'm thinking.
Well, I think
Hear
because
me
you
out!
keep dragging it.
So if we, how much do we have in our
Buddy, man.
pool right now?
right now you
Our
have
total.
45K.
Okay, if we do like 25 on me, because I feel like I have a surer bet, right? Because of the armor. If we put more money on me, so we know for a fact we'll get a good return, or not a fact, but you know it's more set that we'll get a good return. But we still put a decent amount on you, so that even if if you win and we only put 5,000 on you, it's still an insane amount coming back to us, right?
It's true. But there's no guarantee both of us will live.
Because also, the important to note,
Would we be able
you
to
get money from winning and from living. The payout comes from the bet if you win.
Yeah.
So, like, technically, like, Black Opal got payout, but there was no money because there was nothing bet on him to win. So, if he lives but doesn't win, there's no big payout.
So let's put 5,000 on you, because that way you'll at least break even. There's no loss if you lose. And-
5K on Black Opal for entering the ring would, if you win, a payout of 195,000 credits. That almost triples your current amount if Black Opal wins on a 5K.
How about 10K?
And yeah, I was gonna say if we put 10K on you and only do 25 on me, that way we still have
10K brings us up to close to, of course, 390,000.
Okay. Then we
10K.
wouldn't need to have anybody watching the ship because
10K on Black Opal.
We would need someone to watch the show.
Why? Beep beep.
we wouldn't have any money on it because
And
it's all on
25,000 on Gibbon.
Yeah, but it's
We're in a-
Federation class. It's like parking a tank in a bad neighborhood. Yeah, it's like people are gonna see it and be like, that, like they'll.
You'll definitely. It's more. It's gonna.
What, they're gonna
The
go up to it
longer
with
you
a
stay,
ratchet
the more
wrench and
people
take
are
it
gonna
apart,
know it's
bolt
there.
by bolt.
I
Yeah.
would not do
I've
this.
been around pirates enough to know that, yeah, you can absolutely take
Honor
a
among
Federation
thieves.
Probably
If
this.
we
For
know
a
for a
short
fact,
amount of time.
if we know for a fact that people aren't gonna, yeah, but we're gonna
Don't
be.
long rest
I know,
on
but
the
like,
planet.
we're gonna be
But we're gonna be
here
gone
for a short amount of time.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's like we're only gonna be gone from the ship for an hour, right? Conservatively,
Unless we're dead.
unless one of us dies, in which case,
Can
who
I subtly
cares?
cast the alarm spell on the ship?
That's great too. But I'm just
I'm
saying,
not.
like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that to everyone, but I was
No.
just like innocence of, like a
So,
secret click.
here's the key.
but I'm just saying, like, leaving somebody behind at the ship is
Yeah.
because of the rolls we've already made. It doesn't make sense.
And Taylor,
What's
did you-
gonna happen is if we're betting 25K on Gibbon, 10K on Black Opal. If Gibbon wins, you're going to get
Oh, wait.
425,000
30.
Well, but that way we still have 10K,
Gotcha.
just in case
as
we
a.
both lose.
If you both lose and have to get extracted,
Blasphemy.
and
I can't cast an alarm. I don't know
Oh,
alarm.
yeah,
You
that
know who
is
could
it.
know alarm?
Oh, do I know alarm?
Wizards.
yeah.
What
No,
spells
alarm.
do you? What spells do both of you have? As like, if you
What?
could buff someone up.
I have
25K,
Driftcraft, I have Guidance,
425K
Spare the Dying, I have Word of
payout.
Radiance, I have Bless, I have
Black
Cure
Opal would
Wounds,
get a
Protect
390K
Poison,
payout.
Healing Word, Column of
Either
Wounds,
one of you
Person,
puts you
Lesser
just
Restoration,
underneath
Revivify.
$500,000.
So if one of us,
I think we should both go in
I do.
there.
Oh no, I don't. Hold on.
so
I do have Revivify.
you do have Revivify.
And
So
oh,
if we save that spell,
You don't make us use components most of the time. I don't know if you would.
Most
for
time, no.
Vivify,
Yeah,
but I
not in this campaign.
do not need any material components to revive me. It like
you're a specific kind of
the barbarian.
Mhm.
So it's
I know that. I played barbarian before.
Yeah.
Honest.
so I guess
Zealot?
it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
because that was
Yeah.
something I probably
Nice.
would have required to quit because I'm like Revivify is that one.
Exactly, and that's
stuff.
what I've seen
But
a lot
with
of people
you-
do. Where
yeah.
they're like, I don't care if you're casting,
But
summon
if you're
lightning,
bringing someone
whatever,
back
but-
from the beyond, you gotta have it done. But for you, yeah, you're
Yeah,
good.
it's literally just a spell slot, and I'm chilling.
So
To which
So,
I hope you wouldn't count
but-
components because Val would have been smart enough to bring everything
Yeah.
she needed.
Components for me at least. In
Yes.
Case I do get.
Which I would
Yes.
assume in a place like this, we could spend a little bit of money and get a diamond.
oh, for sure.
For sure.
And we have the medical supplies on the ship.
Mhm.
So we don't need to spend money.
Alrighty,
We do not.
you guys ready to go sign up?
Yeah.
Upon seeing the Imperial Fist officer looks up, just Onyx and Hank. All right, back again so soon.
From the dead.
Right, we sign you boys up.
Yes.
Hell yeah. He's gonna try to put you in. Right now, I'm making a roll to make sure if you can both get in the same ring. Because if you
Oh, we
do,
didn't do the roll last time.
oh no, yeah, you guys can do it. Could both of you just roll me in D20? Let's see if you guys get in the same ring.
Sorry, I'm actively creating the Armite armor. So
Yeah, you're good.
I'll stop though because it is pulling my attention.
What'd you roll?
I rolled an 11 for a synthetic 13.
12.
12. That's good. That's really good. Ah! Both of you are going to be in the same ring.
Oh wait. So who do we want to win? You?
Technically, Gibbon gets the
Probably.
bigger payout, but there's
We wouldn't be able to know before we're.
Yeah.
Wait.
you're gonna be
Yeah.
walking into there and seeing the competition there.
And I only have one charge today.
Let's see who else is gonna join you. Okay. Here we go.
I think we should try it, honestly.
No, he said that you don't get the payout of 2 people if you've used.
Well, 'cause it's not like
But do
so
have
we
they
only have to
encountered
pay one
gems
of you.
before?
Yes.
They probably have. Gems aren't like
Using
totally.
in the-
You said last session that gems are usually highly vetted
Mhm.
for.
That's why, and so Black Opa, it's why your betting is so wild because they're like, well, you did lose, but you came close, so we'll give you a high odd because like it'll draw attention and a lot of stuff. Here we go. Let's put in your combatants. And that is going to be 1, 2, 3 of those, and you.
3 of those and you.
That is going to be a marine.
You got a green.
Okay. Here we go.
Is there a block broccoli?
There's not.
A broccoli person?
I'm
Here
like,
we go.
I didn't bring broccoli.
As you guys walk into the arena, lights change, of course. You see immediately everyone is hyped the hell up. When you first entered the arenas, you were in kind of the general. By being a survivor and a victor, you guys have walked into a bit more of what we would call better reputation in these arenas. So, let alone you're in the same, it is a higher class of like, these are people who have won fights before and do this, maybe not total professional, but like, you're not fighting noobs, you're fighting veterans.
I'm gonna have that form of dread ready to go.
Walking in, parachuting and jetpacking in, 3 big old Marines show up. Each one looking hefty, their armor that coated black or navy blue with symbols. Gibbon, you stop as there is a Klingon here in the arena. And this is a Klingon you know.
Oh.
Chaz Drakorka was a Klingon on the planet that you fought on. Chaz was one of the very few what we would call friends back in the day. He sees you as he is kind of seen there. His body is no armor, just bare chest. He has his big old two-hand sword on. Sees you and gets the biggest shit-eating grin on. Fuck yeah!
Hey, Chaz.
Who gets down. You realize he is like, he's got like the Grieve pant leg combo, that very gladiatorial-esque, like runs up one side, keeps it open. And I will ask you both to roll initiative. As well as, of course, Dakina and Val. But you guys, it might be more of the initiative since you guys will just get to like go first. Oh no.
Synth 20.
Synth 20.
I'm just
alright.
cackling because my last few initiatives have been like 5.
Shit, yeah.
So it's
19 plus 4, so that's 23.
23.
this is solid. This is how many turns does it take to fuse?
I don't know.
No, not yet, yeah.
I'm truly so it's not a good
What was
idea.
your number?
We should
Shaz,
dirty
no!
20.
Chaz got
I
a
got
nat
a
1.
nat 20.
Nat 20. Oh my shit.
You know what? Eli,
Hey, but
you can
that's a
have it.
cheer check for
That is true. So we'll have a
For the
cheer
both
check
of
at the
us.
top of the round every time.
yeah. So we'll know whether or not we have that advantage from the get go.
They all link up. Val, what
There you
did you
go.
get for your initiative?
8.
Excellent. So Val, basically what will happen is your initiative, we won't totally push it, but it's like you will just act after Dahina at the top of the orders as we go through. Dahina, as you get the nat 20, the battle's about to begin. All of you grab a couple hot dogs, some ale, sit down in the stands as people are starting to go nuts. Because this looks like a good fight. Actually, what you hear, Gibbon, a lot of people are chanting for Chaz, and you realize, oh, he's been here a while, probably. As just, Chaz, this Klingon steps up, kind of like flexes, and you realize just his skin is pot-marked with scars and gouges that have all healed and made this tough carapace, so to speak.
Chickenpox.
Kind of goes up. It'll be a pleasure, friend, decapitating you.
I mean, truly, I don't know if you can through this armor.
Well, that's why I gotta fucking try, am I right?
You definitely should.
As he kind of war rages into himself. Dahina, you are first to act. Would you like to hold anything, or do you just want to like jump in and start casting spells?
Well, I want to prep shield.
Okay.
So
Reaction.
I can use that
Hell yeah.
later.
Yeah.
And then just cheer.
Cheer check. Awesome. Make that
Give you
persuasion.
that advantage.
Yeah.
That's
I rolled 1.
A natural one.
A nat 1.
You
I think that's
Did you
the
just forget our
stand
names?
up to cheer.
What?
And
Our
It's
names.
the first one I've ever.
I will
rolled.
say it's a
caught up with
natural.
everybody else cheering.
They technically, this is Hank and Onyx,
Oh
and
wait,
so when
but
you.
it's plus.
Oh, there's plus. There's plus.
1.
2.
That is technically 100%
You-
more effective.
Technically, yeah.
You're right.
You just scream, "Go, Kevin! Go, Black Opal!" And no one knows who that is.
What the hell is Gibbon?
What the shit? As that happens, excellent. But you've got shield on prep. That is hilarious. Black Opal, you are first to begin. Closest to you right now are 2 of the 3 Space Marines. As Chaz is kind of like opposite side of you guys of this circle.
Are they just roll a insight check to see if they're the same Space Marines as Bone, who have like
Oh no, it's
anti-spell?
Yes. These
Shit.
are they're not as beefed up roided. They're not gonna like hit as hard, but exactly the same classification.
their anti-spell casters.
They've got some stuff
thought
just to
they were
make sure that
pro-spell.
people don't like
Maybe
one-shot them by going banishment or hypnotic pad. Or they've got a bit of charge in them.
I'm so glad I didn't lose.
And there's 3 of them.
3
the
of them.
anti-spell,
Okay,
pro-spell. Why can't we just all get along?
You know,
How close are they all together?
2 of them are close. 1 of them's on. So like 2 are on your right, 1's on your left, and across the field, so to speak, is Chaz.
Okay. I am going to. Oh, I initiated the
Form of Dread. Yep.
Form of Dread from the start. I got 14 tip HP.
Mm.
And I. Are you after me? Or...
I'm after you.
Okay, directly after me?
I'm a 20. You're 23, so there might be something in between us, but
Okay. I'm just. The anti-spell casters throw me off. I am just gonna start with some classic Eldritch Blast.
I was gonna say if you can make them try to counterspell Eldritch Blast.
And I'm gonna shoot for the furthest one away.
Excellent. Go for left. Roll for it.
That's an 18.
18 will hit.
And
Good dealer.
17.
17 also hits. Come on back.
22.
You lay in. First Space Marine on your left. Just that bow of arcing, crackling energy rips through, and he gets hit hard in chest. Already looks hurt. Again, these are not like bone where they have crazy resistances or other stuff. It's actually technically different armor than even Gibbon has on. First one immediately looks pretty hurt as you boom slam in, skids against the ground, and kind of like heads up seeing you do that.
Okay. And then, how small is the arena?
Right now, we're looking about 70 by 70 in a circle. So 70-foot diameter.
I just want to move a little bit further away, just in case he tries to immediately close the distance.
It's not all the way up to like the wall area where we start getting to seating, but just that like let's not let him rush me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I can possibly get out of the range of at least that guy, then I'd try to do so that he can't like bum rush me or have like 3 guys being like, oh, spellcaster, let's kill him first, while
We'll
this
see.
guy fights.
That makes Gibbon, you are up next in the initiative order.
Wearing this armor. This might be this might just be stupid, and I apologize if it is. I'm going to say, like, what would I even say? Just, I'm gonna like pick up a rock or like a skull or something that's just on the ground, and
Good
just
luck.
say like, "Light of my ancestors, shine!" And I'm gonna cast light on it, and just like being as visible as possible, and then I'm gonna rage. Just so that they all think that I'm the spellcaster.
Make me a deception check. I'll give you advantage. That's a clever idea.
That one's cocked. Not great. That's a 9.
Man, if I
They are looking at you, but you don't think it's in the intent of like a spellcaster. It's more just like
I wish-
Fuck, never
target.
mind. And then I'm gonna start running at Chaz.
running
Sorry,
by.
I tried.
I wish I was able to help, but I'm not proficient in deception.
Yeah, you're good.
Excellent.
I was just like, even if I buy their heat for 2 rounds,
I would help, but I'm not proficient in idiocy.
You see the one Space Marine that you hit, then Black Opal, immediately roars a battle cry, which is going to give the other 2 advantage this round.
Of course.
So
Wait,
he
did you-
screams, runs at you, and he's going to
Two
attack at
layers,
you
you're packed.
twice.
It's fun.
So
this
he
way.
he had the movement to close the distance.
He did.
Despite me moving.
Yeah.
Of course.
You watch
Wait.
as it's that low to the
I
ground
hate
jetpack.
to be that guy.
Oh yeah.
What course does he take to run at?
With where you moved, he would be able to just do that vectoring. If you're going at Chaz, he's coming in from the angle he was at.
No chance he'd pass within 10 feet of me.
Unfortunately not.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That would have been like if
My
you were to
try.
run towards him and then at Chaz, it would have coincided enough.
Yeah, yeah.
By the time you run, he's already moved, or vice versa. So that is going to be a 17 and a 12 to hit. I believe only 17 will. So he is going to start by dealing 17 points of energy damage as just rushing in, stabs in with big old blaster. You want reaction shield? Boom! None of that damage goes through. You still have all your temp. As kind of up against. Yep, he's gonna try to counterspell it because he wants the damage to go through. Because he knows he's caster. Doesn't know it's you doing the spell, but he's going to try to counterspell it. Excuse me. Oh no, he does have to roll. It's not a. It's a spell, but it's not. Oh, what's on your at the top of your spell list? There should be a spell save DC that we need to look at. I need to know if he beat it because he did only get a. Let's say 13. Missed. Shield still is good. Everything's good. Tried it, failed to miss. The other two Space Marines, though, are going to come in with their attacks, and unfortunately, thanks to the battle cry, have advantage as they bum rush Gibbon. So, Gibbon, as you close the distance to Jazz, these two run up behind you and are just getting ready. It's that full PTSD flashback of no, just like last time.
Okay,
It's two
so
big
a
old
couple
Space
of them entered my
10-foot range. Yep.
Okay, sweet. Let me. I can only technically take this attack on one of them. Sorry, what did you say? One of those was Chaz, or these are all Space Marines?
The two Space Marines. Chaz is still a few feet away because he's
Okay.
on
Does a 21
I know,
hit?
right?
21 does hit.
Well, my strength score's gone up now, so it's actually a 22.
Ooh, hell yeah, it has. Yeah.
23. Anywho, it hits.
Yeah.
Wait, you said we leveled up last time, but we were kind of late. I thought we did.
No.
Huh?
You got money, not power.
Man, I was about to say, am I fighting this a level down than I should be?
Level up.
It's like, that'd be more spells.
Sorry, I'm so bad at math today.
You're totally fine.
That's 7, 9. That's 12
So
points
you
of
don't get
damage.
him for being
12
Travis
points of
guy.
damage to the first one that was rushing in. Definitely starts taking a bit of damage again. They don't have a lot of the natural rages like you do on yet, or so to speak. So they're going to attack the first one, attacking with advantage. Already one of them is a crit.
Oh, good.
And the other, only an 18 to hit though, which will miss. And so yes, the other one does hit. So one of them will hit with a critical. The other one's going to attack. Holy shit. He also got a crit off. But that is only a 16 plus 6. 22 does not hit the armor class. But 2 crits. Here we go. And that from one, and the exact same thing from the other. Just double all that dice. So, holy shit. That is 68 half to 34 points of damage from the 2 crits.
So that's like half my hit points.
Important to note, though, you're wearing the armor. That is going to quarter it because you are both raging.
Is
and
that how that works?
It is how that works.
Oh, okay.
17. It's why Nathan was really considering being a barbarian for that express purpose, but he's like, no, I'd rather get paladin smites. So
Okay,
that's quartered to
30.
17 points of damage. Given what would have, if you weren't raging or armor, downed you instantly. They both put in, and as one of them takes their bolter rifle all across your face, the other one comes up right in between your legs and just...
He took 14 damage. I forgot to add the strength. 'Cause I
14
haven't
damage.
updated my sheet yet. But
Yeah,
he
yeah,
takes
yeah.
my additional damage from.
Hell yeah.
Wait! Have I been being dumb this whole time? I haven't been adding my +2 damage from rage. So it's 16 damage.
Hell yeah.
Because it doesn't pop up in your normal
The
attack
one that
areas.
you hit looks just about as fucked up as the one Black Opal hit now.
And
Both of
there's-
them are still good,
I'm
but...
sorry, there's 3 of them and then Chaz.
And Chaz. So, hits in, like, one goes for the nut shot, one tries to just pistol whip. But again, you brace for it, and this armor and your rage, you feel really good. It's that, like, go. And there might be something to this whole Imperium Soldier thing, because, yeah, you could take some hits like that. That was 2 critical hits that you just, alright.
Out of 8. That's a good feeling.
Ate it up.
2 criticals and I only take 17 damage.
That was the Marines. Val, that is your turn.
Anyone need healing?
Currently, everyone's looking decent.
I
given-
will eventually. I'm still at 3/4 health. Like,
Hold on to it then.
So you can you can hold action too if someone takes a big attack, immediate action off.
Yeah, because Chaz still has his turn, which is the big guy that we're worried about.
And
And
Chaz-
he's going after Gibbon. So if you want
Oh,
to
shit.
hold a heal for Gibbs,
He is about to he's gonna
but if you want a cheer check to see if you get
unload
advantage on
with his
something.
sword. He's gonna run up and make 3 attacks on you, Gibbon. As he
Hey,
runs
yo,
up,
you gotta-
you realize he is laughing the whole time, just like, "Oh hell yeah, man! It's been years since we've gotten a fight. Let's see now. Is your blood still green?" Ah! And just this big old Cleon's taking 3 giant swipes at you. Yikes! That is going to be a 25 for one of them, a 20, and an 18. So only one of his attacks hit.
yeah, Chaz, it's green. Calm down, dude.
He is going to deal but it's a 2-handed weapon. Excuse me.
blue now.
Because he doesn't have a. If he grabs a gun, he can one-hand this, but.
So just to sow
plus
chaos.
the 8. That is
Like,
15 points of force damage, or not force, but slashing. 15 quartered, so 7.5 round up 8 to 4. Yeah. Given you
This
take
is so fun. I have the coolest toy.
this, I can kill. Yeah, you're a juggernaut now. This is intense. Well, technically, that's a different classification.
Wait,
As he
this can't
does so,
be-
he is going to
I got
do
it.
something. It's a recharge. Can you make me a DC 15 Charisma saving throw?
Sure can, buddy.
It doesn't need to be symmetrical. 2 sides are sisters.
It's a 14.
Bruh.
Barely fails the DC 15. You see Chaz gets up, just he kind of cuts you just like on that arm plate in that lower portion as whips under, just like looks, hell yeah. But you remember, I'm more than just a fighter. As he glows, he is going to curse one item that you carry.
Is that a spell?
It is not a spell, it is an ability he has.
I was gonna counterspell for you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
One of my 2 spells.
We're gonna-
Appreciate it.
His curse item is going to curse your armor. You don't know what that means yet. You just know it's not like, shit, this dude had some like fucking wacko thing. Like, it's really great to be like, oh, I'll curse my opponent's weapon and then bad luck can happen to them. It's nothing like you're gonna blow up, but it will be detrimental for about a minute if you remember right.
Radical.
As Chaz takes that turn, pushes you off, as he's already getting ready. The 2 Space Marines also want him dead. It's not like a us versus them. But that makes Dahima at the top of the order. So, you can re-prep shield, of course, all that reaction. But do you want to make another sheer check?
I'm gonna do a boo this time.
Ooh, a boo.
Because that one's intimidation, right?
Yes, it is.
15.
15 beats his DC exactly. Who are you booing? That's important to know.
Okay, who are my options?
There's 3 Space Marines, just the normal clones, but there is Chaz the Klingon, who apparently knew Gibbon, and so it's that, like, he wants
Seems
to
like
kill him, but he's not,
Crazy
like,
beefy guy.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll boo the Klingon.
You start booing Chaz, which is weird, because a lot of people are like, Chaz, 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 and so it's easy now, Chaz, sucks, Chaz, boo, sucks, boo, like, just, like, start, and so eventually the crowd gets confused enough of, like, wait, Are we? Do we not like Chaz? Chaz will not have disadvantage on his attacks this round.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Black Opal, that is you. Space Marine is just closed.
All right. Me wanting to pull a tiny bit of shenanery to try and object interaction toss a rock to see if I can get a point of damage in without using an attack.
Yeah. It's an improvised weapon. You can try it.
Because if I can get a point of damage before I actually attack, then I could use my ability to cause fear and get him to run away. Because I want to try and get.
What would have to happen, unfortunately, even using rock, even if it is only 1 point damage, that still is an attack action. That is a important.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, I am going to fake.
Okay.
Like I'm doing an Eldritch Blast. And I'm gonna hit him with a phaser instead.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna make it seem like I'm taking just to see if I can get him to
Psych him out.
psych him out and get him to try and cast a counterspell because he knows I'm doing the spells. And that's my dex plus my proficiency. 15 plus 7. That's 22.
22 hits, yeah.
Cool. And that's 2d12 plus. What do I add to the? I need a save.
Oh, phaser dexterity.
Okay. That's 20 points of damage. So
Hell yeah.
I go to pull back the arrow directly in his face, and then I just flip. I reach back, and then I bam, just right in his face.
You, boom! Huge gash breaks open. Just that pure energy rips open a bit of the helmet. He's looking really fucked up. Not yet bloody, but horrible.
And then I want to cast the fear from the dread.
From the dread aspect. Yeah, he'll make a wisdom save. I believe it is. Wait, saving throw, correct?
Yes.
Oof, that's the problem. Because he doesn't have great, but the saving throw is different. Nope, that's only synthetic 10.
Yeah, so he's afraid.
He is frightened. Hell yeah.
And so he has to spend his whole turn getting away from me.
No, actually, he just can't take any steps toward you. And any attacks have disadvantage. Yes. Meaning, I will then make his attacks at disadvantage for you. But before then, it does make Gibbon's turn. Gibbon, what would you like to do?
Well, I think first off, I'm gonna lean in and just be like, Chaz, 500,000 fucking credits on this match. I'll give you half of that if you win this one.
Are you shitting me? No fucking way. I get 10 mil if I win. So your guts are on the ground.
Okay, here's the deal.
Wait, we gotta make this. He comes and gives you a fake trickle. Go, rip your head off! Okay, no, 10 mil is on me. I need this cash.
Okay, but here's the deal. You're never gonna fucking believe this. There's time travel involved. The God Emperor is probably from Earth. There's a lot of shit going on.
You are full of shit. Make me a persuasion check.
Just fully leveling. This guy gets it, you know?
Yeah.
I almost rolled that with advantage. Whoops. And then I'm gonna punch him in the gut.
You are full. Ah, you bitch! Fuck! Throws you off.
There's no shot.
No,
So,
at least not right now. He does
yeah.
not believe you.
But I'm not gonna actually take my attacks on him.
Yeah.
I'll try again later.
Fail.
Huh?
I could keep it from being a critical fail.
Well,
It's
critically,
fine.
I'm still not gonna say
Chaz
you
is
couldn't.
not an intelligent guy either.
You're realizing he may have finally gotten here and he's been fighting his way through to get the high payout.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna bet on myself win because if I die, I don't need the money anyway. So it's that level of.
Yeah. So as we're throwing, I'm gonna use the throw as he threw me out and just slap my axe into somebody.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess my axe is about the same at this point as my other
Slap his
weapon.
ass, say good game.
Slap his ass.
Slap his ass.
It's an
Good
18
game,
to
good
hit one of
game.
the Marines.
18 will hit.
Okay, that's a 2d6 plus
There we go.
2d6 plus 6.
Set?
5
Sex.
plus 5 plus another 2 because so it's gonna be 2d6 plus 7.
Yeah.
17, buddy.
17 points of damage, and this was the one, of course, you already kind of hit
Mhm.
coming in. Now also looking hurt and fucked up as boom slams down and cracks. You see that like natural neck torsion as head tries to come off.
And with my second attack, as I hit him again,
Bring it up.
that's less good. That's only 6 more damage.
Still though puts him again. You and Black Ops, you've both been able to really closely match up to the Space Marines you're fighting, which is good news that they're both
Okay,
looking bad.
cool. With my final attack, as my bonus action attack, I do 4 points of damage on him.
Hey, you know, in the crowd for Dahina and Val, you think Gibbons looks a little more fucked up than Black Opals? Maybe a little bit.
Yay!
Maybe it's the way the dude's healing, or maybe it's because Gibbon on the last attack you pull in, grab a finger, wrap it around the spear, and just back off. The dude screams in pain, but the crowd loves it as they are both looking
I
severely
know how to
fucked.
do this. I think when I pull his finger, I look at Chaz, I'm like,
Oh, that's nothing. That is the Space Marine's turn. The one that took his attacks on you, one of them was a natural 2, no chance.
I thought
But
you were about to say natural 20.
on
I was
a
like,
disadvantage,
no.
his second attack is still a 22 to hit. So unfortunately, even with shield will hit. He rolled 2 16s. So for that Black Opal, you unfortunately are going to take 16 points of damage from this big old attack. But that just kind of rips through the temporary. Some of that shroud vanishes off of you and clinks off the gem portion of your body as he wheels around. Even though he's frightened, they're trained to deal with frightened condition. So he's going to make a quick wisdom save, try to break it. But that's a natural 6. So even with his buff, will not make it. The other 2 Space Marines come in, and I have already rolled every single attack against Gibbon misses. The highest of them being an 18 synthetically. As they just start just like blaster bolt tries to fire at you, one tries to stab you, nothing hits at all. That will make Val's turn in the crowd. Val, would you like to do a cheer, boo, or any other spells?
Anyone need any healing?
Not yet.
Can I tell that Gibbon is talking with his opponent like they are friends?
Not at all, unfortunately. That's like
Are you
a...
sure?
Yeah. You would have to maybe use an action to do a bit of communication down there to maybe get that vibe. Because Chaz and Gibbon have literally done this exact thing their whole lives. Like, it's really easy of like, there's been times of, hey, we're in the arena together, let's fight, and just while talking, so, like, what do you want for lunch after this? Like, I hear we're actually getting an extra meal portion. And, like, that kind of vibe.
they're putting maggots in our meal today.
Fuck yeah, protein. Croutons.
Protein.
I will mentally tell Gibbon
Okay.
/ communicate with him. Basically kind of a hail, but like into your mind.
Bit of an action of thought and
Your odds are
emotion.
looking great. A lot of people are cheering for you. A lot of people are starting to bet on you that aren't us. If you need, just as a reminder, I can cast Revivify. So if someone needs to go down, like I'm talking either you or Black Opal, you let me know.
I'll let you know. This guy has a $10 million payout if he wins, so...
He's not
So
gonna
if you-
take a fall.
Yeah.
At least not without a lot of convincing.
But if I can convince him to beat us but not kill us,
That's true. And
or
then
he
you
could
share
kill
the
me.
payout.
I'm okay if he kills
Oh.
me.
Yeah, of course. Gibbon, at the start of your turn,
You say
I
that.
will keep those rolls for now.
I sure do.
As Val, turn finishing up, Chaz begins his turn. We're going to roll for what kind of curses become afflicted on your armor.
Sure does.
Uh,
I didn't take the spell.
that was a natural 1, which is really going to suck.
Oh, it's natural.
He has a disadvantage thanks to that booing check. In this moment, your armor freezes, and until the start of Chaz's next turn, you will be restrained. It's not stunned or anything like people are gonna suddenly crit
is that
on you.
half movement or is that no movement?
No movement. It's as if he had suddenly just grappled you.
No movement. But I
no.
can still take my attacks.
Yes, you can still take attack. It's just like the
that's
armor is just
fine.
kind of sticking you in place, so you can't like move around.
Dude, Chaz, what the hell? I think you hit it. I think you hit something. Dude, what the hell?
Oh no, I'm gonna hit something. So with disadvantage, save some a critical hit, but one of them I still rolled 2 synthetic 26s. So he is going to deal a grand total 18 half to 9 half to 4 points of damage on Gibbon. And Gibbon, you watch as he goes in, he takes the sword in one hand, brings it up against your chin, kind of that like shove upward, and just goes, no, the finger's good, but the real key, and just full body plunges his kneecap as hard as he can against your groin. Gah! And just like bringing your head kind of down over to like force you on. Everyone in the crowd, ooh! But people immediately shriek in pleasure. I'm just like, yeah.
Turn back up. Chaz, you forgot. My balls aren't there.
I know, but like they don't know that.
No, I
They're
know.
dumbasses. Ah! You gotta make it look good. Ah! It just screams as Cleon and
Full
Borland.
WWE, like
Exactly.
everybody knows it's a little bit fake.
A little bit. There's no way they would actually do that kind of move, like in a real fight. The Space Marines aren't doing this for the death.
Yeah. So
speaking of that,
brings
brings-
we're both in like the speedos.
Yeah.
Where are your balls?
Listen
Where's my
here.
kneecap? I'm kidding. No, I know that is an actual.
That'd be
race.
wild.
Like,
I'm just like,
behind the kneecap. You gotta like cut off some of these kneecaps. So you can get
Dahina, that makes you back
Are
at the
they
top of the order.
innies?
My balls are innies. Listen, I won't ever tell.
They are. They're in.
This-
Like, really?
in this like psychic group chat, they're innies, aren't they?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
They're like dimples, but underneath my legs.
Aww.
What the hell? I love
Hey,
it.
I love
Jeez.
Fine, I'll just ask the girl that you normally bang and ask if.
Go, that's Trish.
I'm like,
Hey Trish, I know we weren't supposed to hail in case of like emergency. I gotta know.
So where are they?
Where are
Breaking
you?
radio
Oh,
buttons.
Shield blast?
No, cause
Okay.
you didn't have to use shield. Is the guy hit Black Opal hard enough that it still bypassed?
Right. So I'll just do
and
booing
the
again.
damage done to Gibbon was only 4, so
4 points.
Wait, who should I boo? I want to do booing because I have a +4 on that, whereas cheering I only have a +1.
I mean you could boo the
The Marines might be helpful to boo.
Okay, alrighty.
if you boo the Marine in front
Ooh.
of me.
Given important to note, your speed is 0
Then I
and
can,
attack rolls against you will have
Wait,
advantage.
Space Marines.
Whoever I'm booing, it
Do
doesn't
they have
matter. I roll
space
a 7.
crayons?
7. You just start booing and they, yeah. Everyone is kind of more still like
Space
in
Marines,
shock
Space
and
Marines.
awe
Thank
of like
you.
the fucking nut shot that they just occurred.
Everybody's like, ooh, and you're like, boo at the same time. So
Boo,
it's just like,
ooh.
ooh.
Like, ooh, boo. Like, yeah, it just kind of gets
Capitalize on
lost
those
in the
It
ooze.
just blends in. Like the innies.
As that makes Black Opal, that is your turn.
Okay. I am going to do my. Actually,
The best I
not
can.
yet. I am going to. How far away is this guy?
From you, Gibbon, you took your move, so it would be a 30-foot. So you might have to disengage not to get an opportunity attack off.
I'll just go for it.
Go for it, cool. Because he makes it a disadvantage because of that frightened condition on him.
Yeah.
Lower those was a 2, saving you from a crit. You can't hit shit.
Bless. So, I'm gonna sprint into the midst of this 3v1,
Yeah.
and I'm going to like grab him by the grab Gibbon by like the back of his like armor and like yank him down and be like, go with it. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna thunder step us up into the air
Yeah. Hell
to
yeah.
like. Then I'm gonna drop him because like he can take falling damage.
Cool.
Easy.
Thunderstep definitely will deal. Space Marines are gonna try to counterspell. Just because they don't want a big old Thunderstep coming their way. It's kind of like you suddenly run up and just the energy, like high-pitched squeal sucks in, and they're like, no.
They're like, I know
One of them
this
fails.
one.
The other one's gonna try since
Like, if you guys
the
have ever
one
played
you
CS:GO
frightened
or
is
any
too
other
far
shooting
away.
game, it's like,
Uh,
I know when a stun grenade is being thrown.
one
and
in that 2, and the other one did get a synthetic 18, unfortunately, beating a counterspell DC.
And I can't counterspell because I just used a spell.
Can I counterspell this guy?
You don't have counterspell.
Well,
I don't.
counterspell, unless you've used both your spell slots,
Counterspell's a reaction.
it's a reaction, which
Hey, wizard.
negates it.
Would I be
I'm
able to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's not part of your turn anymore.
You
I have
just-
counterspell.
You have counterspell.
Let
Here,
her
if
use
you
it.
want to start a counterspell, all out, because it's just a reaction. You're just gonna make an Arcana check as if you make a Arcana, like a spell attack bonus. So at the top of your spell list, that bonus number, and just roll the d20. You just need to beat a, or excuse me, wait, Space
So
Marine
wait,
shouldn't have a
what am
bonus.
I adding to this?
Basically, what you're trying to beat is beat the threshold of whatever he's going to say, so you can Uno reverse card the enemy's Uno reverse card
Mhm.
on the spell.
And
what do I add to it?
Oh,
The
You're
spell
gonna add
attack.
your
spell
attack
bonus.
bonus.
and I apologize. It's only DC 17 currently. Forgot that they don't have the high number.
And with that plus, you
13.
have to roll an 11 or
13.
higher.
13. Does not succeed, unfortunately.
Guidance.
So by
Would I
Opal,
be able to?
you, unfortunately, I'll say can't use guidance because you were doing the mental link up to get communication off this round. Yeah, you can now try Black Opal.
Plus 7.
Why does it sound like someone's
It
dying?
matches.
The song.
Matches
That
works,
Work.
so it will still go off.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. So, Thunderstep goes off. What's the save they then have to make? Yeah, it's as if you still use the spell. It just didn't work.
It's con save.
Con
Which
save.
I'm
Ooh.
sure they all have. pretty
Yeah,
decent-
Space Marines pass easily, and whew, jeez. Even though Chaz technically probably just failed on a 12, he's gonna legendary resist one of his one-a-day things to
Long
just not.
So then they
so
still
then
take
you can
half
go back
damage.
to 0 if
Yep.
it was a mistake.
So I'm gonna Thunderstep up, into the air above the other Space Marine that I just ran away from, and
Gotcha.
I'm gonna drop Gibbon on him.
So, Thunderstep up above the dude that's frying drunk.
Yeah, so I ran the 30 feet and then bamfed us back to then drop
Hell yeah.
him with the really heavy armor on the guy.
Yeah.
On Chaz.
We're anviling!
No, on the first Marine that's very frightened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I didn't want to
Dum.
teleport us back above that because I didn't want to get stuck in that. Because
Fair.
I would do very bad in that little circle. But granted, they're probably gonna come this way anyway.
Eventually.
So
Go for it.
there goes my 2 big spells.
Too big.
Yeah, but they take half damage, and I rolled a 22, so that's easy enough. 11.
So, easy
each
11. So, 11. 11, jeez. Chaz takes the first damage all fight. Barely looks like he's got a scratch. But the two Space Marines here, one of them looks now horribly bloodied, and the other one takes the first damage, is starting to look hurt.
Yeah, and then the one takes the falling-
Thunderstep gives you how many feet, though? That's a lot.
300.
300. Just max up and down?
Probably not max,
'Kay.
because I can't take that much falling damage.
Yeah.
Can I cast Featherfall on other people?
Unfortunately, no. Your Featherfall is simply
Was it
armor
an
specific.
automatic Featherfall.
No, I think-
No. Yes, only on yourself it will, of course, in the reactionary sense. So,
Okay.
and unfortunately, our two spellcasters also. You've just done the counterspell. Val is finishing up the mind link. So,
I'm gonna.
out of 20 d6, how many d6 would you like to do? Of course, Gibbon's about to quarter whatever comes his way.
You used your stuff to talk.
Just up to you. So whatever you want at this point.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just seeing what I got. I still have my bonus action. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of temp HP and then just go 5.
Excellent. 5d6. Black Opal, you get this. Here we go. 5d6 of falling damage will be 14 points of bludgeoning. So, Black Opal, you take the 14. Gibbon, you take 14 half to 7, half to 3. No, round up 4.
6 plus...
And the Space Marine takes full 14 and is now looking horribly bloodied.
So I take... And you said 14?
Mhm.
So I take 3 because of my... The temp HP that I gave myself right beforehand.
Out of the... Well, you gave yourself 5 temp HP.
For each of the...
Oh, for each.
So each form of
Excuse
dread,
me.
I rolled a d10, and then it's d10 plus 5, and I rolled a 6 plus 5, which was 11, so then it kills all of that HP, and then 3 more.
Yes. Yes. And then...
So I only have one more use of that left before I'm
Yes.
boomed.
Wait, so how many hit points are you even at right now?
40.
41?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was in my own head. I'm like, I thought I did math wrong. Gibbon, as you were restrained, Black Opal puts you up and just full Arm of God hammer,
Get him.
boom, down.
Eat 'em! Eat 'em!
Eat 'em.
You have just landed. You are unfortunately restrained, though, so you are very limited in your attacks. But you could attack the Marine you just toppled on top of.
Oh no!
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Poopsie.
Oopsie.
So first attack. Was I rolling with advantage last time? I think I hit all of them anyways.
Yeah.
But I just whatever. First attack is going to be a 23. Second,
I mean, he's horribly bloody,
Yeah,
so
should
do you
I-
need the first?
the second attack I rolled is a 16 or 16 plus 6, so 22.
Still
But I'm gonna do damage of my first one and see if.
Yeah.
Well, I can't move anyways, so I guess
Mhm.
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
mean,
gonna
you
be. I'll just roll all of them on him real quick.
Okay.
So I have 1d6.
And then you could hit me with the offhand just to make it
2d8.
seem that I'm not like...
What? Hit
Punch,
you with the offhand?
punch Black Opal.
Like,
Make it look good.
With like a... Isn't the offhand just like a d4?
You mean, what I'm trying to say?
Like the bonus action offhand one. So, like-
Strength score, unless you have a
19
strength.
points of damage to my boy.
19 points of damage.
Sorry.
He looks horribly messed up on Death's Door.
Okay, then don't use it on me.
Nat 20 on my second attack.
On the bonus action?
On my bonus action attack on him.
Oh, yeah.
Good lord.
That's.
I wouldn't have liked that.
That is 10 more points of damage on my boy.
So I have one more attack, right?
No, my bonus action I only get one.
Okay.
And I rolled 2 attacks. I already rolled both my
Right.
attacks for the first one.
Barely.
Wait.
alive.
Did you add your plus 2s?
I only added it for my modifier for 1, so that's plus 5 more damage on my rage and my weapon modifier. Oh, also my strength is different, so I haven't been adding those plus 2s all along, because it's not plus 3, it's plus 5. Anywho, point is, he takes 7 more points of damage, plus if I'd hit him in the past, plus 2 for that.
Given-
Sorry, I'm
You have
not
a
actually
limited
stat
action.
wearing the armor is
Mhm.
confusing.
You have limited movement, but how do you want to finish off this Space Marine?
You know what, Shane, Black Opal, how do you throw me? I I think that's what does it.
Can you cannonball on?
I feel like I kind of just like jump, grab you by like the collar, and then I like go to slam you down, and then bamf you up, and then I kind of just like flip you, mid-air. So
This solid just T-pose of armor stuck
so-
in battle. Action figure-esque.
so you can like pull the
Boom! And just
have your little spear.
craters down.
Wait, I think you hear as I'm spitting the. I can't even do it like the not the Wilhelm scream, but like that. You know,
As boom, this space marine is dead and gone.
Can you imagine that's how you go? You're just standing there.
You're
ready
sitting
to-
there, all right, just
It's
T-posing,
just coming
just fucking cross of God swirling down.
Even flow.
You hit, and then I just like immediately after.
As that happens, the two space marines that are after you, Gibbon, took their attacks on Chaz, dealt a little bit of damage, but again, being a Klingon, he has a lot of natural resistance.
Of course.
Because they can't all run away because they have the opportunity attacks.
It would be wild if Chaz could be a raging barbarian with your armor, because then he could 8th damage, but that would just be busted. Yeah.
I'm sorry, he come up.
Think about it. You can just resist, just keep resisting it until it's nothing. At that point, I would just give it
Someone
immunity.
much stronger stuff
yeah.
can't stack.
No,
Resistance.
advantage, disadvantage. This is resistance to damage types.
Because
Which
the armor resists
it's
damage
not
coming in,
technically
and then when it
raw,
hits
but I've
me-
seen a lot of people do it. I usually do it because it's like, yeah, depending on like, well, it's the same way if you hit something inside, I usually double the damage because I'm like interior damage. You don't got plating
Interior
inside you.
crocodile
Well, it's also like, if I was
alligator.
naked
I drive
and
a
raging
Chevrolet
and got
movie
hit,
theater.
I would take half
Mhm.
damage because that's just like the toughness. Where
Yeah.
if I'm wearing heavy armor, which technically isn't barbarian, we get it, but also we're in space, so like deal with
So,
it.
It's magic.
Val, that makes your turn.
Okay, who is on death's door and who is not?
Gibbon's about
did-
half.
Did you take the falling damage?
Did I put it in? It was only 3, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I took it.
Oh,
So I should be at
He's at
37,
half,
right? Or did I
so-
miss one?
you're 37.
I'm at 4 minus or 5 minus my original.
So you only have 5 minutes missing hit points.
5 missing hit points. So if you gave him a teeny heal, I think you could
Healing word.
benefit.
Okay. I'll take it.
What's that?
Working on it.
I think it's
Oh,
just an
okay.
E8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
And let's start figuring out the next part of your curse on your armor.
1d4 spellcasting ability. So that's gonna be plus 6.
Okay, I get 10
1d4
back.
plus 6.
Thank you, Val.
Your curse.
How much did you heal for? Sorry, before I
10.
tell your curse. You get the healing of 10. You feel that kind of breath of release, just like, okay, everything's fine.
Smells like logic.
The armor you're wearing,
I just threw a...
and as it shocks you, you now will have vulnerability to damage types this round. But that only negates like just the armor itself. You'll still have normally from raging.
Okay.
So you don't have the bonus damage.
It's for this next round until Chaz's turn.
Restoration your armor and get rid of the curse.
Probably.
But that requires touch. That's nothing you could do safety from stands.
Yeah.
And if you jumped in,
If I
that would look
detach
bad.
So
my hand,
if you
no.
have that shield ready to go, it might be useful for our Helma.
Dahina, that is your turn as Chaz lays into one of these remaining Space Marines, the one that was already bloodied, and kills him. Again,
So there's
when-
only one space marine left?
one Space Marine
and
and
Chaz.
Chaz.
And Chaz. Okay.
So just having that shield to use on given.
Next time he gets hit by anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you can still do the boo and cheer stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna boo Chaz again. How the crap do I do that?
I feel like that's all this night.
We are all adults.
Right, we are all functioning adults who have passed elementary classes, and when you point a 3 and an 18 in front of me, I go,
19, 20, 21.
It's funny that they're joking
But
about
on a
this because I
22.
am often ragged for not knowing simple math.
Yeah, but like you do this all the time. One night. I mean, it's in the air then. On a 22 though, you can boo whoever you want. Was it going to be Chaz for sure? Yeah. Chaz is getting booed hard. He's becoming a bit of that WWE villain.
Sucks to suck, man.
Chaz is going to lean into it. Just, that's right, Hank. I slept with your mother too. And everything. Ooh.
No.
Under Chaz's voice before the end of his turn, he also just does that quick like, but dude, seriously, let me have this one. I need the payout.
I love
Wait, you know his mom?
What? No, okay, I don't know. The kid was adopted or something. Like, look at him. He's fucking freak of nature. Like armor just depots in the middle of the earth, like
twitching as it zaps me.
Michael!
Look at this.
Don't leave me!
Here, Michael.
Here's the deal.
I think it's hilarious because
I don't have time to
watched the
explain
last
everything
session
here. We really need a bit of money as well. Our payouts together are just under $1 million. Give us 750K, we give you the win.
Oh, hey.
You can fully kill me, you just have to knock him out.
Promise. As he kind of like,
Promise.
I can kill you.
As long as you promise to get my corpse to that woman
Reading a book!
in
Well, huh?
as quickly as possible after the match ends.
Fuck yeah. Cool. Black Opal, that's your turn.
Agreed to
There's
share
one
some of the
Space
money-
Marine still left.
No, I told him he could. That was I said
Well, 'cause
if he
if-
gives us X amount
If
of dollars.
Chaz wins, he'll get a payout of about 10 mil. And
so are
it's
you gonna
that.
like split the money with them?
So if he, I told him
I'm
if
gonna
he
wait
gives
till
us-
Gibbon's turn to make the exact persuasion rolls, but the idea being, give us 750K, which would be double
technically
almost of
more
that.
than what we're gonna earn, but he would still win and get a shit ton of money. We're essentially throwing the match for him.
But then they'll have
You
to
know.
make it look good, and there's a Space Marine, but that he's probably gonna die.
But
Let's
you
be
know,
honest.
it's like
Uh,
it could work out.
it could be cool.
I had that idea too, and I was like, he's getting touched money, and you have revivify.
That's why I'm like. That's why I think if I we'll get to it. On
We'll
my
just
turn.
gotta throw the match carefully. So, Black Opal, there's
Which,
one
if he
Space Marine.
fully decapitates. That's not bad.
I am gonna just. I feel like he just has counterspell at the ready, even if I cast like
Counterspell?
a
Okay.
I will
cantrip.
let you know. Yes. He's the last of the Marines.
Even if I use. Eldritch
Even though he
Blast,
doesn't hear the whisper, he sees the writing on the wall. It's 3-on-1, so to speak, with him right now. He is getting ready for it.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna hit him with like a phaser
Go for it.
blast.
So beautiful. How do you know that?
Yeah, but oh, I'm gonna get up and like move away from Gibbon though.
Mm. Smart.
Test it on a human.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So now I can actually fit it to it. Does that look dumb or
Does a 15 hit? No.
How close are we at this point
You jumped away 30 feet.
from each other?
Not from each
I
other.
haven't. Okay,
No, what is it?
we're close to each other.
About 5-10 feet, because you just
I
maybe took a few
Okay,
steps away.
you have advantage on that attack, and if
There you
you,
go.
it hits, you'll add a rage. My rage dump bit.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Your
plus
rage
two.
dumpy.
So,
My rage dumpy.
Well, I hit. So your
Excellent.
rage dumpy.
So
Excellent.
add plus 2 to whatever you roll.
17 plus 7, so. Damage.
I feel like every.
I'm just pre-rolling a couple of the Space Marine Chaz stuff
No,
just to
you're
like
good.
help it.
You're good. Every good class needs a solid reaction. It's so needed.
27 damage.
Holy shit.
Because I rolled really high on the d12. I rolled an 11 and an 8, then I get the plus 4 from the dex, and then the plus 2 from you.
This Marine who had taken no damage already looks horribly, horribly fucked up, close to bloodied in one round. Gibbon, that makes your turn. As you stand up, the armor just kind of zapping you, but at least you know you can move, right? You're not restrained anymore. What would you like to do?
How far away is this Space Marine from me?
30 feet.
I'm fully gonna charge at him. It's just screaming, frothing at the mouth. Is his armor open from the head? I mean, I know I can. Like,
It got
vacuum
like
his face,
cracked a
but
little bit on one side from some of the earlier
I just
stuff.
feel like I've got to make a modification to Iron Man mask it so I can like see my.
Yeah,
people
right.
when I'm- Anywho, that's a dirty 20 to hit the first attack. Does it look like I'll need 2 attacks on this guy? Probably. Okay. That's a 22 on the second attack. I'll roll that damage real quick. There it is. Oh, yeah, boy! I rolled an 8 on one of those D8, but a 2 on the other, so it balances out. That's
So average.
yeah. 14 plus 10 plus 2.
26.
26.
Ah, one less than me.
You know what?
Horribly, horribly bloodied now, though.
Except that was because only you gave me a
The
plus
Space
2.
Marine goes in, tries to attack you, and misses.
Did you have your
Plus
offhand?
4.
Oh, plus 4?
Pardon me, because that is also a strength-based attack. Plus 6.
Was that your offhand?
So
I know
instead
you
of plus
said
4, it was a
pardon me,
plus
all I can
6.
think of instead of Milady was
6
Medea.
additional damage on top of the 26.
Horrifyingly blade as you come in, spear, boom, whip, stab as stabs, breaks the armor, rushes out, blood immediately coursing out of this dude's chest as he is looking wild around, realizing this is just an execution for him at this point. He tries to attack you twice,
bitch.
and can you guess that he missed on both of his attacks?
Damn.
Like, if you realize this is an execution for me, wouldn't you be
Val,
like,
that is your turn.
I should get out of here?
Anyone else need
You
healing?
hope.
At this point, no. Everyone's looking pretty good, so if you want to hold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna basically hold, and
do
I'm going to
someone.
message. I have no idea about this plan yet, do I?
You don't know.
Not really.
Not really.
Well,
You can,
I'm not saying I expect Gibbon to do something done, but I will have Revivify ready.
Okay,
It was something I was already gonna have ready, so it's not mitigating.
you can boo.
here comes.
I could.
Chaz is going to take his turn. You watch as he immediately, instead of going for last meeting, is now going to rush and attack you, Gibbon. Just in that idea of like, hey, man, thanks. I owe you one for this, and he's going to attack.
Are those nat 20s?
That's 2 nat 20s.
So we have
And-
the deal, right?
we have the deal.
We have the deal,
I'm
right?
gonna say, as of right now, Chaz is like, I still walk away with a cool, almost 9 mil or over 9
More
million.
than 9 mil.
And I help out an old friend. That was part of what happened in Black Opal's turn with the roll. I'm like, it's nothing crazy, but Chaz showed up, and it's a good thing he did. Well, oh, that's gonna be a lot of damage.
Quartered. Or, no, only halved because my armor.
Yeah.
So that's 1 attack,
Beyondies!
2 attacks for a total of 4d10 and 4d8. No, excuse me. 6d10, 3d8. There we go.
Honest opinion, scale of 1 through 10.
16,
Looks good.
16
I
make
think it's super.
32.
I like it.
Okay.
It's very thin.
32 plus
But it looks
7,
elegant.
39.
If I added a stone,
44.
Yeah.
54.
And maybe
'cause I hope
54
this
plus
person isn't watching
16
the
is
stream, but
60.
this is gonna come into play tomorrow
64. 68 points of
Boo!
damage.
It's 1 away.
Half
Just do
Guidance!
34. But given healed up a bit.
night. Oh.
34 points of damage halved. You realize there's a reason why Chaz is so good, and that was 2 attacks hitting through the armor. 2 crits. He comes up and just like, before he stabs it, wait, is this Custodes armor?
Yeah, dude, I got it like an hour ago.
Oh, dude, you gotta be wary then of armpits. Grabs your neck and takes his full blade and just stab and realize there's no plating. And just deep through. And just the crowd goes fucking down. Oh, what an upset! The Space Marine now looks a little less perturbed. He said, what was that? Sorry, I couldn't hear. I think I'm through both your lungs now. And just kind of keeps pushing in.
He's just gonna like wiggle around.
Like a
That
pasta
guy's-
strainer.
Butter.
Have you seen those people who like make pasta in the cheese wheel and just stir the inside?
Tahina, that makes your go then. Do you still want to boo Chaz, or do you want to cheer anyone else?
You die and I cast Chill Touch.
Okay, so
Do not.
This is where Black Opal was another spy. Anyway,
A double spell.
is that last Space Marine still alive or he gone?
he is still barely alive.
Okay, well I'm gonna boo him.
Boo it. This dude is just getting beat up by 3 different
He's just
people.
like crawling away. Ooh.
You please let me live.
Oh, only an 8.
Thankfully, it's not a popular thing to boo the like obvious loser. There are people doing it, but not enough yet to cause him to have disadvantage, as this dude is fighting for his life.
Darn.
Black Opal, that makes you.
Alright.
Oh, but as Chaz hits you, different curses coming off for Gibbon. Let me roll that. Oh, interesting. That's another 13. Same thing. Never mind. That's you, Black Opal.
Cool. How close is everybody in
Space Marine's only about 10 feet away from you. Chaz and Gibbon are about 30.
Does he look like he's about to give up and like leave?
Unfortunately, he's not going to give up.
Okay.
That would be like insta death. That's dishonor. So he has to at least fight.
Understandable.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Just looking at the spells. Looking at the spells.
Yes, spells.
That's a con save. You know, I'm just gonna, like, rush over to him and Eldritch Blast him at close range.
Just. Yeah, go for it.
No, my friend. Although I will point out, I'm not dead yet.
No, you're not. That was wild. Even 2 crits. You ate it. That's cool.
Well, you know, I have full confidence in you. However, I was a bit surprised you survived.
So an 18 plus 7, so that one clearly hits.
25 for sure.
And then 9 plus 7, that's 16.
16 hits exactly.
Cool. So that's both on the dying guy. Not this one.
Just kicking the one that's down. Smart
Yeah.
call.
That's 8 plus 9. So 17 plus 21.
How do you want to finish this?
I'm just gonna like kind of just how I was before, of just like I'm gonna run over to him and like grab him like both of his arms. And I'm gonna just like, instead of just like a beam, I'm just gonna like drip the lava down with the other 2 arms of just like
Holy
a magma, just like pouring magma down on him.
On
His
Chaz or on the
screams
other guy?
eventually die down as this Marine, magma dripping through the helmet,
Marine.
boiling him alive.
You are lucky.
The
to
Marine
get
screams
survivor.
bloody death. The crowd does stop
Sitting-
as this happens, and not like, oh, and you hear like someone else, let us all just take a moment of respect for the Space Marine.
And at that point, I'm gonna like set him down.
Bow!
It's like when you're
It's part
hunting,
of
you
his
kill an
cult.
animal, and you go like, "Thank you for your sacrifice."
Thank you, yeah. The animal, fuck no, fuck no, fuck no!
I heard the guy, the announcer, being like a moment of silence. I'm like, oh shit, like, sorry.
Here's what's gonna happen with the Space Marine dead. Before we get to Gibbon's turn, we can now, if you want, make a group performance. You 2 plus Chaz, a group performance to throw the fight. Meaning, of course, you'll still take hit points, but it's safe, usually non-lethal, or to other forms of that. And make it look good.
So my background is gladiator. Would I have advantage?
You
on
would
this?
have, because Chaz was going to get the exact same advantage of we do this for a living, and
This is
sometimes
a performance check.
a performance check. We do need to beat a group DC altogether. Black Opal, what'd you get?
19 plus 4, so that's a 23.
23 is already really good.
I just got a 19.
19, so that's a
You just tilted to
43.
my face. And 13 on the die plus 6.
So
19.
Oh, like, I'm
43 altogether, plus, 19 exactly synthetically from Chaz, because he has a plus 0 to most of his charisma, giving you guys the needed 62, beating the DC 50 for a group. You see Chaz kind of like takes a moment. Blade is still in your chest. Just, all right, you ready for this, guys?
I just remember, you can't actually cut off any limbs because they won't. Yeah, sorry.
Can't cut off limbs?
No,
Fuck. Takes it. He holds you in one hand, brings up, and just overhead, like throws your body off the sword at Black Opal. Just like, die, scum, for the glory of the Klingon Empire. As you, Chess has actually never been to the Klingon Empire. He was born enslaved and all these. So throws, hits you, and as you both topple the ground, you just watch it, boom, 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 running after you, full elbow up, grabs, starts snapping necks, breaking backs, within moments.
And,
Lincoln,
like,
you are at 0 hit points because someone's gonna check, but he will just knock you out.
Yeah, I'm definitely like throwing spells and stuff like as he's doing this, just to like,
No.
Like your cantrips, right? Where it's like,
Oh no.
Please, no! Yeah.
and like I'm gonna hit him with a couple of like
I hate that.
actual shots.
Yeah.
but like I'm not gonna.
moments.
yeah, it's very much like, again, like WWE. They hit each other hard, but it's all scripted. That's so. And right after you've melted a guy, you're like punching him.
Very much.
I feel
A
like I
lot of
just
people
turn
didn't
around
want
and
you to
then
win
did,
after
like,
that.
Like trying to like push you off of me.
Crowd goes fucking nuts. Immediately,
All 4 arms.
he just, to the grieving widow, points at Val. Here's your corpse of a husband. Throws the body up to you and gives
Do I
like,
have to make a check?
he's giving the body to revivify. That's obvious enough.
I know.
No, you don't. The group already passed. If they had failed, it would have been longer checks.
Everybody ducking.
So it's just
Tosses up to the grieving Vulcan.
And just like, boom, 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 tumbles
yeah.
up.
That's funnier, honestly. Bam, bam.
You slam in, but again, within a minute. They cart you off, Black Opal, full stretcher style. Time does pass a little bit in this moment, but all of you find yourselves after in a little antechamber in the Skull Arena. Chaz walks in, there's people cheering, clapping on back, a lot of these Imperial. Please, please, door closed. Holy fucking shit, alright. So, was that good? Was that good for you?
Oh, are we back in the room now?
Yeah, this is like back in an antechamber
Was-
away from the
What was my payout for living?
living. Another 5,000.
Cool.
So we
So-
both get 5. Well, you get 5,000.
You
for
did
just
not
living.
survive.
So that means
You-
we have 755,000 plus our
Plus the
10,000 that
10,000.
we didn't bet.
765,000.
So, wait. Hold on. You lived, but because you didn't win, the bet doesn't full payout.
Yeah,
No, but he gets 5,000.
I get the 5,000 for
Exactly.
living.
So you've got
You don't.
15K right now.
Yeah, and then
Plus
if-
750,000.
But Chaz is going to talk about this. You see, he comes in and just, oh, listen, given I owe you one. It's been rough. I was picked up by some Romulan asses. Had to find my way to get here. Kind of just, they were dropping me off.
Oh, like
Uh,
this morning, like a couple hours ago.
Yeah, I've been fighting all
No
day.
shit, we saw you come in.
No fucking
Yeah.
way.
Oh, that was the shit.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's insane.
You see this big old Klingon. It's weird to hear a Klingon speak in like common vernacular and dialect, but it makes sense of like he grew up in a gladiator planet, like he's never been to Klingon. So you see that Chaz turn just, how's it going? My name's Chaz. So sorry, I didn't mean to
Pleasure
throw
to
you
meet
on the spot. I'm sure you're probably not married because who could love this fucking piece of shit? Am I right?
I'm
Sure.
making these jokes with this chick. Point over at Taylor.
Tail in the back. Taylor just kind of like subtle flips and Jed respect.
And
Oh
then
yeah, I know.
Raiden's like, apparently, he has someone who has fallen for that ugly mug of his. I give him a wink.
Well, I mean,
What?
Oh yeah,
it's,
he
it's
like
pretty casual.
first
for now.
date,
Lightning
like,
does
pulled
not
out
Oh
strike the
no
same
no
place
no
twice.
no!
and some like blood sausages. And
One
she
night
was-
stands
she
and
was about-
hookups are
No.
not
No,
the
no, 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 no.
same. Hold on.
Lightning does not strike the same place twice or 3 times.
Well, yeah, but like.
Unless you have a light.
How's this? How's this?
Hey!
Hey, I'm gonna give you though. No, but like I gotta ask, are you like, is it committed yet?
I mean, are you asking me back to the shuttle or?
No, I'm talking. Please, dude. You know I'm ace. Come on.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, fair. My
Thanks.
bad. My bad.
You're good. I'm just saying, like, if you're in the same confined area, like, I mean, people boned back on the Glad Plan we grew up on all the time, but like, that's not out of like want. It's just that's what's there,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Like, you can't like base on that.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. She's real nice. Her name's Trish. I kind of
Okay,
blush.
okay.
He's
That's
doing the
cute.
little
Fuck
girly-
yeah. Listen,
That was so
I owe you
nice.
guys.
kicking your feet.
I've had time to think, and again, heat of battle. More. Take 2 mil.
Bruh.
I mean it. No, I'm not gonna fucking pull your leg. I'm not pulling whatever weird dimple nuts you got. Listen, I owe you one. I didn't think I
You
was.
can only be naked in a post-gladiator battle.
You
room,
guys
man,
gave me
so
the
many
easiest
times.
win of the day. I've been at like 2 hit points for like 3 other matches, right? I just have been going off of don't get hit.
Do you wish for medical supplies? And I show my entire.
No. I've got. You see, he kind of like gestures to the data card. I've got fucking cash. Like I'm good. I am not fighting again for like ever. I'm gonna go find a planet and retire.
I mean,
As usual, are
We're
you sure
getting outta
2 mil?
here.
That's insane. That's,
Yeah.
Oh, tell you what, we're going to the Orion Syndicate. Are we not?
No, we were going to the merchant planet.
Arabi?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the system. Why would you want to go to the merchant planet? Hold on. Yeah. Whoa.
Tritanium.
I saw you got out after what was that ass? He had the beard. Grabbed you on the planet. They had that whole thing. Where have you been? I was just like, hell, he got out, right?
Oh shit! Yeah. I joined Starfleet. Dude,
Ah! Just starts like, pound. No.
Shh, it gets better. What? I'm a fucking commander, dude.
No!
Yeah.
No!
Yeah. These are
No!
these are my subordinates.
You gotta listen to him!
Is that not the legal term?
I mean,
Is that?
For when we are on strike team missions, you are my superior.
Are we not?
Yeah,
on
except
the
for when it
straight
makes me
team?
I'm not
acting
gonna it's
captain.
like on every other level we are the same rank.
But
Seems
you
like-
gotta listen
Seems
to
like
him!
you're reacting in a pretty
Ah!
emotional way now.
I've seen this dude eat shit literally and metaphorically in a gladiator arena.
Hey, listen,
Oh, I
not my
love this.
proudest day. Listen, when you have 3 big dudes sitting on top of you and you're 12 years old in the gladiator arena,
And there's no
they've
food. They
broken
do not
both of
feed
your
us,
legs,
right? Like,
they're pushing it in your face. You know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
You're gonna
right,
eat
like,
it, right?
it's-
It was hilarious.
Oh
no
my
trauma
gosh.
involved. Yeah.
I
but
write
really-
down in my note, send Gibbon to therapist.
They're gonna
Serious trauma.
there. No.
Psych,
Okay,
no,
but
crossed out
listen.
therapist, psychiatrist.
I thought I was gonna die. I'm going into that last fight fucking low, and you guys shot take 2 mil. Nothing.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you not to. It's-
I got 8
yeah.
mil. I'm just gonna buy a ship, get everything.
I was gonna say if you need a ride to the merchant planet, like we're.
Hell yeah. Well, they sell like weapons there, right?
But,
That's
like,
not
wouldn't
like
they have a ship?
yeah, but like probably a clunk or someone else is bringing in to like sell off.
Fair. You know
True.
what? If you want to ride, it's yours. If not, we'll take
I
the
do
cash and
suggest
go.
after
We're going back in
obtaining
time,
such a
baby.
large sum, the most logical thing to do would be stay undercover for as long as possible till you know you are secure.
You
don't
should
want
invest that
anyone-
shit.
Dude,
Security.
I'm telling you, I just
Gotta diversify your portfolio.
fucking portfolio. You know what I'm getting? Booze, weapons, and creature comforts,
Listen,
my
A,
guy.
B, C. Alcohol, booze, and crunch monkeys. You gotta have all 3.
Gotta have, dude. If it's not all 3, you just got what? Abs? I got abs for days.
9 of them.
Oh, you got another one! Yeah, I'm still sitting at 8, and I'm gonna be happy with that. I know. So, No, listen, this is cool, but
Sorry,
if I
it's
could
so
bum a
dumb.
ride off of this planet, I thought I was gonna have to, do some unspeakable to get off of here.
No, it'll cost you 2 mil though.
Ah, that's clever. I'll kill you.
Yeah,
I'll kill you.
It's just the two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Listen, let's
You
do
want to know
this.
something funny? He's a midget.
Whoa.
Apparently, some of our
That's
officers
like
checked his
wild.
DNA. He's supposed to be taller.
Dude,
You're supposed to be taller?
apparently, I'm a full-on mutt. I
Let's
am Imperial
finish
Guard.
this conversation
Isn't that
on
insane?
the ship.
Oh,
And
it's
so
wow.
Al's starting
He's
to pull
supposed to be
people
double
away.
his height.
Double. I see it. I see it.
Isn't that? Can you
I
imagine?
thought it was just when we would break limbs every day for a
yeah,
living.
like you
that
broke a growth
probably
plate or something.
did
Yeah.
it. You're still tall, my guy. Yes, you guys start
You know,
walking
it's
through.
probably both.
It very well could be.
As you guys approach the transport terminal, seeing you, of course, you get the 5K payoff just for living, of course, Black Opal. As you guys get ready, you watch Jazz kind of takes his card, puts it wherever they're going, send it on with me. They kind of nod back aboard the Shaggarats.
Is Chaz here?
Chaz is here.
Okay. I was gonna say, did they like pull some shenanery?
No, that'd be wild. Jazz does not know anyone here, so
I was gonna say, did the people on the planet be like, oh, this guy has 10 mil? Beam him
again,
somewhere
and then
fucking-
he comes back, you come back, word spreads. They gotta keep credibility.
As soon as we get out into open space. and-
Chaz brings in, this is a nice place, like what you did with it. This is what Starfleet regulation is. Dope as hell. Alright.
Our friend, he has an upset stomach. This is Sa'al.
Sa'al
but
kinda-
Sa'al's the one who installed these wonderful shag carpets.
Alright, dope.
Also ate Bones' head.
He eats rats.
Oh, but wait, was that the ass that's just roided?
That goes,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like
I
that.
like purposely kind of threw a match earlier just to not get linked up with him. I could not have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he
That's
eats his
why.
head.
Yeah, hell yeah, thanks man. Give like kind of daps up Sal, just like cool. So you guys are into Arabia. I mean, it's better than nothing.
Gotta get some good stuff.
We have
Dope.
to stay off.
Oh, by the way, I'm immediately gonna like, just in case, just like scan him
Oh
to
yeah, no,
make
can
sure
we
he's
scan
not
him?
being
He's
tracked.
not bugged in any way, shape, or form. I want to scan our ship, DM, for any bugs that have been put on while we
Make
were
an
gone.
investigation
And
check.
like the money.
Mhm.
We're every time we get on the ship, we scan everything because we have an evil
I love
overlord
this.
trying to hunt us down.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Nat 13 plus investigation.
Question about the armor. Is the teleportation a bonus
16.
action, or is it just a free?
Oh, the teleportation is an action because it's expending a charge like you would an action.
It's
Um,
a funky
I got a
tool.
13
Very adorable.
plus 1 for a 14.
2 13s. As far as you can
16
tell,
total. It was a nat
nothing seems to have been bugged in the money or on Chaz. Everything looks pretty normal. You notice Chaz also, what looked to be like, oh, what a choice, like bare chest, but wearing just like greaves and pants. That's probably what he owns. You're realizing like he's just got.
replicator. We could make him some clothes.
We can make him some
What
armor.
kind
Yeah.
of fashion do you like? And I kind of pull up like a little catalog because we all have like different clothes.
I mean,
What's he wearing? Points at given.
I'm not sure we can
Crop top.
replicate this.
This is Starfleet regulation.
we can make something like it, like crop top.
But for a clean, like, I don't know, 50K, I could maybe tell you the design. It's just Kevlar. It's literally just like Kevlar.
Okay.
inlays.
Yeah. No. I just hell yeah. I'll just take a shirt.
Kevlar inlay. Crop
Just
top.
No. Sure. I'll buy my own armor. I gotta
Okay.
drop cash for that.
Crop top.
No. Do some, what was it? The Romulans wear, high neck stuff. I'll do a high neck.
Chain. And I'm not trying to make him look like that picture of Dwayne The Rock Johnson, but it's that turtleneck, that chain. The pants.
That's cute.
Did you just make Chaz the Rock Dracorka? Chaz sitting there, black turtleneck, chain, just. All right, I can do this. This is nice. Kind of like flexing it out, stretch just like, okay, this is
Happy
good.
to help.
Well, thanks. No, yeah, all right.
Can I turn to our prisoner, your sister, and be like, does she want any new clothes? Because we've been kind of running around. Being
Oh,
fugitives.
am
Do
I
you-
being clothed now too? Am I your prisoner or your pet?
Wow.
You see Chaz. Oh shit! You guys do slaves in Starfleet?
No.
Sister evil
Not
pirate
normally.
tried to kill
Tried to
us
murder us.
multiple times.
Taylor like does that little grin at him, and Chaz. Yeah, all right. Sorry for you, I guess. But no, Taylor just kind of is fine without clothes. She says she likes what she wears.
He's just fine without clothes.
Yeah, she.
Taylor's fine without clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, she is. No, that does.
I
am worse than a man.
Here's the important thing. You probably do need to fuel up a little bit before you go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd get to Arabia and then like probably be out. But again, with your current stores of 2,015,050 credits, it's only going to cost you about 2,000 here at
2,050,000.
2,015,000.
So the 15 that we already had, and then you dropped us 2 mil instead of the 750.
Mm.
So we can just pull that from the 15.
Mhm.
So 2 mil.
So yeah, he's just
13,000.
Scolarine is just about like 2,000 to fuel up for your type of ship, this transporter.
Just Gibbon is not holding all the money, but for our purposes, I can keep track of it in my sheet. Yeah.
Smartest thing to do, except for Taylor, is to divide it between us.
Well, yeah, and we can absolutely do that, but just for
For actual keeping
while
counts,
it is pooled as ship expenses and all that stuff, I'll just keep it in my
Okay.
sheet. Sorry, how much did you say it would cost for gas prices?
2K.
So.
And that's mostly just because you're a Federation vessel, and the fuel you guys, it's more that like, let's get a converter, everything to like make sure you're all good to go.
That added 40,000 pounds to my carrying capacity. Because it's reading it as gold.
Yeah.
Right? But
400 pounds? Or 40?
As
40,000.
Oh, 40,000 pounds.
you guys
Okay.
fuel up, plugging in destination for Arabia, you can head off. Yeah. You gotta pull up. Zooming in, you hit a harsh golden planet of desert and sand. There are minor battles as you come out of warp that you can see of just explosions of dust and fire on the planet's surface, but the majority of it is interwebbed with big, vast merchant cities where ships are in a constant stream in and out. You actually notice you are not the only Starfleet transport vessel here, although you may assume you're probably the only legitimate one. That old or decommissioned or stolen ships kind of dart in and out around this planet. But Arabia seems, as you would know from just quick data information, atmosphere is breathable to all sentient carbon-based life forms. Everything seems pretty normal on the planet's surface. There's no other extremity unless you somehow venture outside of the merchants' areas into the more harsher desert terrain of Arabia. As you approach, you see Chaz kind of turns. So, like, is your goal here to just buy shit? Like, sorry, so Gibbon was saying you're on the run from a warlord?
So, here is the summary. I give him the summary. Without giving, like, big, like, here's this, but it's, there is a trader within Starfleet that has deemed our entire ship as,
Gotcha.
rogue. And so we are to be killed on sight.
Mm.
However, this traitor is a attempting to take over not only Starfleet but the galaxy as a whole.
So you're here to lay low, or are you like buying weapons to outfit to like fight them off?
Kind of both. I look at Gibbon in that moment. Our captain has given us orders to be radio silent until his order, and so during that time we've been accruing as well, being in the
Cash,
arena.
yeah.
Cash.
Right.
We're getting a magic rock.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
I wasn't shitting you about time travel.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I gotta draw a line. So it couldn't be time travel, right? Like,
You don't gotta
It's
come with
full-
us.
fully
but
time travel, my guy.
It exists.
You could leave, find a decent ship, and retire the rest of your life comfortably. Or before that, and this is when I telepathically go to Gibbon and I go,
No, we're
Bas-
not enlisting this. He's not gonna do shit.
I know, and that's why I wanted to say this decision is up to you. I
I love
understand
it.
he's a close
He's
friend,
good.
but now he knows highly classified
Maybe not.
information.
Jazz is fine.
Yeah, who cares? He's
I
fine.
care.
He's fine. What's he gonna do?
Yeah,
Go out and
so-
tell
So they
uh,
can talk psychically. I'll talk to
they-
you.
yeah. But while they do that, like, if you want to time travel and then figure out a way to own the Skull Arena,
Don't put ideas
Listen,
into
my
his head.
guy. I have spent my entire life in a stinking pit
that's
of
true.
men and women trying to kill me. This is probably the first time in as many minutes I've yet to be under constant attack in my life.
Own a moon.
No, if you try to punch me right now, I'll probably bite your ear. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna mess with shit like time, but I don't know, I could be persuaded. I'm just right now, I don't know, I'm kinda open. You can pay me
Wouldn't
to stay
hurt
along,
to
right? I mean,
have more
only
muscle.
cost me $2 million. Nah,
We might need it to get the fancy stuff.
well, but like, let's see what they got.
He's a trusted friend of yours.
Well,
He's extra muscle and he's offering his services.
I truly have not seen this guy in a decade. Like, it's been a minute.
In a way, if he is willing, this is all still.
Yeah,
Tell
at this
me.
point he said, turns to the so do they always talk?
I could
Yes.
go through and make sure he's
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Under his consent.
Can't
I never
read
went to it
lips.
without. You understand.
Listen, I think it's cool that we met him. It's cool that we were in
Penis.
Chaz, you're saying that out loud.
Damn
Penis. Damn it! I said damn it out loud.
it. It worked. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
It's really cool that he was here. It really worked out. Truly, I don't think we need him.
Alright. Then I believe it is your call as leader of this team. And you can tell that that's kind of forced, even though this is through the mind,
Leader.
as the leader of this team.
Well, Val just said I'm the leader of the team inside of her mind. I just want to make sure everybody
I believe it.
is here and involved in that conversation. That was 100%.
I could connect
said.
to my emotions at any moment.
You sure could. You know what would happen then? We'd all kill you.
Not if I kill you first.
Anywho.
No.
So Chaz, once we get there,
Have you ever
unless
fought a Vulcan with their emotions attached?
Hell yeah. Please, I fought everything. Only like the really exotic, but that's,
although I will say it was pretty rough. We were inside of her mind, and her emotions were attacking us. That
Ooh,
is
that's
insane. That's pretty cool stuff.
Okay, you got me
It
there.
was like
you
this
got me
weird,
there.
creepy shadow thing. It was.
Alright, I've never fought that
It was
before.
like.
So, get it, I'm getting
Like that.
dumped on Arabi.
Is there planet?
I mean, is there someone where you prefer to go?
I mean, well, sounds like you guys can't go to Federation-based planets, which, and I'd assume then that probably puts.
Although, do
stuff
we
like,
have a transport in our puddle jumper in the Shiny Rats?
like a full beam? No.
Okay, because I was gonna say we could just go beam him. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, it's more of there would have to be a level of stop and unload at either a space station.
I mean,
Again, he's competent enough, but
if there's a clunker here that'll get you to one, then
oh please, I could probably buy half of this planet right now. Not that I
That's
want
true.
to, but so all right, let's do this. Coming into the flight, Gibbon, of course, is pilot. You kind of get the notification directions You can park almost anywhere, and you have about 3 options, so to speak. There is a weapons district, there is a ship for parts kind of district, and there is a mercenary district. The mercenary district, of course, you're dealing with a lot of like randos, people that come in and out. They're almost always a turnaround because people are being hired off, whether by Klingon, Romulan, Cardassian, just like quick people being grabbed for who knows what. But the ship district probably would have more of what like Chaz is gonna need. But of course, weapon district is not only you guys could outfit yourself with weapons or supplies, but also one of the first reasons in coming here was we could get information, start looking into the Imperium here, and a weapons district. You're gonna find people more willing to talk.
Yes. And where do we think that we could get Tritanium?
Tritanium, probably the ship district, the ship for products, because that's like not just ships and clunkers. It's like, hey, I've just brought in a bunch of raw material.
Cool. Sick. So should we start one, hit the other,
I
or
say we start with the weapons district.
start gathering information and then hit the
Yeah.
hit the
We're not-
valuable item on the way out?
Yeah, because that way, especially since that will be more likely to raise alarms if we're
Yeah.
walking around being like, "You guys got tritanium?"
Not just any tritanium, like pure tritanium. Because yeah, you could probably buy an alloy for like ship plating. It's gonna cause a bit of. Do you have pure tritanium here? Like,
Yeah.
sir, I would like to buy pure methamphetamines from you.
But you know, I like that idea.
Okay.
It's a good plan.
Phasers 212, by the way, if they're not already set there.
Set into vaporize. Entering in the planet's surface, a kick up of dust and sand, of iron particle in the dirt around you spreads. Exiting, all of you feel that natural just coarseness of your throat is suddenly coated with sand and dirt. Everyone surrounding you, you see a lot of Imperium soldiers here. People are going every which way, buying weapons, material. But of course, most of these stalls are creatures from all across the galaxy. There are Ferengi, there are Cardassian. You actually see even a couple Breen here and there. Like, people are here selling and buying weapons as fast as they can for this intergalactic war that the Imperium is waging in of itself. As you guys go around, go ahead. I would love a group investigation check as you guys start checking out stalls and information.
Wait, what district are we in the weapons?
Weapons. Yes.
Okay, there's something I want to get over here.
Ooh,
Could-
yeah.
I possibly, and if this is too much shenanery, just say no. Instead of rolling investigation, could I use my intimidation to give one of my party members advantage? Where I'm
Yes.
trying to just be a big freaking custodes walking down the.
Yeah, because you got
I
full armor right now. Go for it.
Got a 17 plus 4.
Okay.
So
21.
I would not need.
Taking on 11.
I thought you were
21,
just
great.
going to give someone advantage.
Well, but
Well,
it's
I was
to
rolling
earn the
intimidation
yeah.
to do
Val,
Although
what did you get?
I am
And
Nine.
proficient in
Yeah.
perception, so I could have just
17. And what were you looking for in particular?
I want an Orion multi-key.
That's hella good.
I wish I knew what that was.
It's like it's kind of like a
It's like a
Swiss
skeleton
Army
key.
knife. More like a Swiss Army knife.
you can
It's
do
got all
so
sorts of
much.
crap in it, but
You-
it's specifically designed for pirates.
Imagine
Nice.
like it has a ton of different weapon functions, lockpicking functions. It's basically also a taser at one point. Like it really can do whatever you need it to.
What along with like looking for information, would I be able to find like a higher damage weapon?
Yeah, it's kind of in that same vibe
Or
of
just
like,
a
let alone info. I'd love stuff to get.
yeah, I'd love a upgraded weapon instead of just like basic phaser. Baby damage. I want to be able to
Excellent.
extra damage, even though I've been.
Looking around, you
Pretty
guys
solid.
will start finding a bit of stuff. First thing to note is there is a stall where you see Ferengi sit forward, and you notice that they have a clutch of multi-keys. The Ferengi kind of start. I see you're looking around at the keys. Tell me, are you here with Syndicate? I could order them in bulk.
Not in bulk, thank you.
UC said, well, please, I see you are interested. Would you like one? I could give it to you, let's say, 5,000 Latinum.
5. Really?
Oh, you're right. I should be charging 6, but I think we're friends.
4,000. And throw in that other knife.
Kind of just... go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Can I
in this
step
kind of
up
part.
behind her and just wordlessly
Give the help effect.
put an axe
Guidance.
on the counter?
Wait, so what am I rolling for?
This is a persuasion check.
Hey, add a D4.
But
for
you have
that.
advantage because Gibbon just...
I just looked over.
Boom!
Sorry.
Is there
That didn't
a
count as
history
a
check
roll.
that I could
That was
roll
it.
just
That
to
wasn't
see
my
like
roll.
the actual price for what one of
I
these would be?
can't do
You can make me a quick lore check or history check.
That wasn't great either.
Nat 13
I got a 7.
4, so
7.
17.
17. Multi-keys, it's hard to tell because, again, usually they're only ever used by Orion. They are rare to the extent of it's very unlikely to ever see them. You're guessing it's like, yeah, 5,000 is probably a little steep, but the price range, you're not sure how far it truly could drop just without having a lot of other prior knowledge.
Can I see a perception check to see the quality?
Oh,
I was gonna ask Taylor if she, for her
Yeah.
advice, and just
Her help action to help you.
maybe not. Like,
Taylor can make a check. You see
just,
she
just,
leans
you know,
in.
kind of look at her and say, "Is this, any good?"
She
or-
kind of gives a wordless look that you get of like, if you're willing to spend it, it's worth it. Like, it's not bad. Taylor kind of does that. The Frankie looks as all of you have gathered up. I could sell, let's see, the 6 of you, give you a deal, offer 6 for only 25.
Can I still do a perception check?
Yes, you can do it. Or, listen, I can drop 4. What about 475?
25.
25 perception? These are truly good, high quality multi
19 plus 6.
So it's not a ripoff. You're not going to get this and go, oh wait, this was just made to look like a multi-key, right?
450.
4.5k Latinum. You've got a deal.
Pleasure doing business.
Bless you.
You will offer up a Latinum, a multi-key for you, and I will help get you those stats because it's got some fun stuff you can do with it.
And for
Nice.
our purposes, are credits and Latinum the same? A 1-to-1?
One and the same. Right now, it's actually nice that you have like true Latinum because there might be a bit of holdup of like, ooh, you got credit. Can I figure out how
But
to
we're
scan it
spending
over?
cash.
Because
I
you
don't
got.
have a credit card reader. Do you have cash?
Yeah, right. But
do you have
Chaz
Apple Pay?
has like a bunch of cases, and so like carrying a couple, which of course this Ferengi seems to really enjoy. Like, good, paid in cash, we're done, transaction over. It's like we never knew each other. Going through, you guys see a lot of stuff and are overhearing a lot from the Imperium. After some time, you do see a vendor who seems to be hawking a little bit. You see this Klingon. Hawking more in the sense of hawking his wares. A Klingon vendor. Ancient Federation phasers. Highly versatile, highly deadly. Taken from the dead crew of old Federation scum. Take them and let them be yours. You notice then, Black Opal. Yeah, these look like old model phasers, which your phasers are a little bit toned down, if that makes sense, right? I mean, yeah, you have a vaporized setting, but back in the day, it was just wild. Like, yeah, I don't know, how much can we pump into something? It's your guys like, ooh, if you set to vaporize and kill them, yeah, they might do a little light show. These things were like, oh yeah, you hit them once, they just were gone. Like, oh gosh, that man does not exist. So you see this Klingon just hogging. You see Chaz
Does he have
just.
any phaser rifles?
Yeah, it looks like he's got a range of gun, rifle, and actually this interesting looking that what one could assume like it looks like a shotgun, some sort of pump action and something, but it has a lot of modification on it. Doesn't nothing that Federation ever owned, but there is this kind of like weird shotgunny looking object on the table.
That looks interesting.
Like that?
Yeah, I'm walking up to that guy.
Welcome. Would you like to purchase my wares?
I'll give you a new regulation phaser, an even trade for one of the old ones.
How did you come by this? He picks it up with like 4 fingers, just kind of like starting to inspect it. Did you have to kill for this, or are you on the black market?
I look at my armor. I look back at him. I probably shouldn't say. There is no serial number on it. I filed it off.
That
myself.
helps.
I legally own it, but I filed it off, so it's an illegal weapon.
I ask this then. 2 of these, and I will give you 1 older edition.
But one of them in 500 credits.
Go and make me a persuasion check, because this could be a really good deal. But
Can I?
help action, yeah.
Thank you! Went from a 2 to a 20.
2 to a 20.
To a nat 20.
Very well. It is acceptable. Drop another 500 latinum, but you will get this. Important to note, this older edition phaser has a couple different settings. Of course, does stun, but it goes up to, of course, what we would know vaporize 2d12. There is a overload setting, or rather just big phaser, 2d20 vaporizing. Meant to just shoot and destroy. Old tech, I mean, it's very much if you ever seen like the original series. Some of those, I'm like, yeah, that's not 2d12. That was 1 shot to the foot, and the dude just like disappeared before my eyes. Like, what the hell? Like,
and is that the only additional setting on it?
that is. It's like so, but it also gives something important to point out. This does have an overheat of 15. So, unlike our phases where it's like it's an action to change the setting, it is only a bonus action to swap settings on these older style phasers. But after about 15 rounds, you do have to take an action to cool down. Otherwise, it will become unusable. Just like melt inside of just so much raw power inside. The power cell in it wasn't built with great regulators back at the time. So it makes it nicer of like you can easily bonus action swap like stun, vaporize, if you want to, but after 15 shots, or if in combat 15 shots occur, then it's let's stop, unload, let it cool down.
Yeah. Sick.
There's actually some materials that we tried to find on this planet that could help us.
Alright,
Yeah.
what are you thinking?
Cortisone.
Tread.
It's
Go for
a material that basically for August and being a Star Trek nerd, basically it's used in reviving patients in an emergency. But an overdose could lead to hallucinations, major
I mean,
madness, and death.
it could be useful.
Jen, you guys cool?
Basically
Is this Chaz asking?
Chaz.
Here? Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
cool?
We're set.
Oh yeah.
No, well, I
the
want
reason
that.
I'm
Oh,
getting
with
it
the
is-
The shotgun.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You see, yeah, the Klingon just like.
Can I check the bag with the chinchillas and the guinea pigs to see if they made more?
Are you gonna shoot one?
No.
Oh.
Pull! Good! Yeah. Just explosion of fur and blood that wouldn't even. The Klingon. Important to note, there is a chinchilla and a guinea pig now.
Babies.
Babies.
But then I want to ask for something I'm gonna text you.
Yes. Shotgun, you pull up the clip. Ah, yes. Specifically made out of parts of old Federation guns that I have acquired.
How does this one work?
Very simple, really. You're going to input object interaction. You can charge it up between 1, 2, or 3 charges, right? The gun itself can hold a total of 15 charges. Each charge will add in an extra D10 of energy damage. Base setting, though, if you aren't like pump action. You can still shoot like phaser, but it will only ever do 1d6. So, but if you choose to object interaction, I'm going to charge it. Suddenly that d6 becomes a d10. Charge twice, 3d10.
So that would be 3 rounds.
3 rounds out of the 15. And important to note, it does require then a short rest to recharge completely. It is not a get a few shots back, keep firing. It requires then like an hour of downtime to reload the power cell back up to 15.
Gotcha. Seems less fun than just the regular phaser then.
It would be, except this has a range of a 15-foot cone. Because it is basically a shotgun, so to speak.
So if I charge that bad boy up for
3d10, and important to note, there's
as an object interaction.
It's rolling still to hit, but there's no save. It's unlike normally cones where it's like roll a save and take so much. This is like, oh, I'm hitting this cone. It's if your AC is not whatever I rolled, you're getting buckshot.
So
or
each
shot.
round, were you saying it can do up to 3?
Up to 3d10.
Gotcha.
And of course,
I thought you were
object
saying it was 1d10
Oh.
each round, and so I
no,
was like,
no. It can do 1d6 base if you were to just like quick fire in a 15-foot cone,
I want.
or pump 1, pump 2d10, pump 3, 3d10 in one shot.
And it's an
That is
object
fun.
interaction.
That is
Object
very
interaction pump. So of course if you're choosing, you have to have your object interaction available.
fun. Which I always do.
This is a specialty, one of a kind. I will have to charge 15k lat.
How about similar to him, one of these, and then I pull out the chinchilla and the guinea pig. These.
Oh no, you can't give him those. Those are delicacies.
Those are.
Why do I care for small earth mammals?
You can't get them out here.
They're highly valuable.
I would pay 20,000.
I love a group persuasion check. I will call it deception because you're technically not lying.
To
in it.
Nat
Gorn?
13.
That's
To
what
Gorn,
gets
they are
good.
considered delicacies.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's like, and you would not
Persuasion,
find
you
these.
said?
Persuasion. Because on Arabi, this is a desert
like,
war merchant
I-
planet.
10.
I still
10,
plan to
13.
give him some platinum too.
Yeah.
But like,
Oh yeah,
these
it's just
are
more like trying to help talk to the price.
8.
8.
Persuasion.
What is this music?
This is about
Dirty
right.
20.
Carl is invaded.
Dirty 20. So Dirty 20, 13. The Cleon seems pretty interested. Just, I will take your mammals and the gun. I will still require
5,000?
6,000.
5,500.
575.
5,500.
575.
5,600.
575, and I shoot one of the mammals.
Well,
Well,
that just
once
decreases their value.
Once it's yours, you can do what you want.
Yeah,
Good.
once it's yours, you can do what you want. Sure, 575.
575 is yours.
Okay. 5,000.
5,750. Takes that, goes through. Excellent. Hands a shotgun, grabs one of the chinchillas, and just snaps the neck in one hand. Intriguing.
That wasn't the deal.
Eat it.
You said you would shoot it.
The fur gets stuck in my teeth.
That is part of the fun.
That's part of the fun.
You ever had cotton candy?
He doesn't even like grace it. He's kind of like grumbling and grabbing the other, and like heading back to start putting the things away.
Okay, I know we're going to go ask about Tritanium. I'm really interested in asking about to see if somebody can fix my spear and
Oh,
or
yeah.
axe.
Then can I split up and look for this medicine?
You cannot go by yourself.
Someone,
If somebody else goes with you, absolutely. Even if Sal goes with
I'll
you,
go.
just so you have
Take
somebody.
you and
I just don't think
Okay.
it would be
Taylor?
smart to be alone at this point on a
So
alien
Taylor, me,
merchant.
and Val.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
then-
see, actually, if you're going, Chaz is going to go with you guys. Oh yeah, I need to buy some medicine too, so I'll tag along. Chaz gets up, grabbing. So
The nature of the planet, it might be in not your typical pharmacy. As we walk.
yeah, we're going for drugs.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
Everybody understood the assignment.
yeah.
All right.
Man, it's been a while since I've been around Vulcan. You guys are weird. Drugs.
Just move on.
Drugs.
Just the way you said. Drugs.
Dru- I imagine he's
Drugs.
like looking at Val, being like, "Yeah,
Drugs.
Vulcans
Spice, especially Eureka. I mean, I'm looking for a hit. The last time I got a little bit was because there was some still in a dude's nostril when I chopped it off.
I keep
Okay,
walking.
then we'll take Sal and you go.
So, are we not getting drug? Heading off.
You are.
Yes. Go ahead and make me a quick investigation. Find all the coursing and everything. Gibbon, same thing. Investigation looking for the Spearmaker.
And then just like along the way, like asking about.
I'm
Yes.
so nervous. My dice have been rolling so bad today."
Can I give
Can I-
myself guidance, please?
Yeah, you can.
11.
Thank you.
11.
Help.
You giving me the help action?
Yeah.
Can I have the help action?
Yep.
Am I
11.
gonna help, actually?
Red.
'Cause guess what? I too got an
You should have.
Chaz is also looking for drugs.
Thank
I'll let
you.
My
Chaz get
passive
up.
investigation is an 11.
So an 11 3 times.
Did everyone just get an 11? That'd be so hilarious.
Well,
I
I
got
got
a
11
21.
3
11.
times.
I just rolled an 11. Let me have it.
11.
I got a 21.
21.
I'm gonna die!
Guidancing myself.
What you will
Yeah.
know is there's a difference between 11 looking for
15.
courtesy and other medicine and drugs versus looking for a repair for the axe and spears. Looking for the 11 Val, you are going to find it
I
easily.
got a 15 combined.
15?
My second roll was an 11, but then
Oh,
I
gotcha,
combined
gotcha.
it, Yeah.
That's pretty good. You will find it at a pretty good wholesale price. Basically, for each quart, it'll run you a cool 1,000. So if you were to get a couple, because again, you can already with maybe an ounce or two is close to OD. Because again, usually, of course, you're going to be cutting it with other stuff as well. You're never really taking it straight. So already a quart.
Basically, this is something
could
that would
last
be
you
hard
a
to
while.
find when we're not connected to the Federation. That was kind
Exactly.
of my main goal. Of,
Yeah.
medical supplies that we need that normally I relied on Federation.
Well, because Federation, they issue it through already pre-diluted other shot format. This is just pure shit.
Like grape juice concentrate.
Exactly.
Haven't added the water to yet.
Exactly.
Try a
So
Try a magic.
1 quart is already 1,000, which could last you a while. But you could get a couple if you
How
were
many
lucky.
crew members are aboard? Well, I say aboard the competence. Were assigned to the competence?
300.
300. That means I could give each of them 3 doses of life saving. So 3 times over, with 100 to spare. I think a quart would work.
For what you need, yeah.
Basically, she's trying to still equate for if crap goes down and I need to.
Start healing, and we don't
Healing.
have access to a ton.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
But
that all
on
right?
an 11, yeah. I think it's cool.
What about my other thing?
The other thing,
I texted it.
you want drugs? Yeah. Listen, you get drugs.
Emotional stabilizers.
That is what I would classify.
Yeah. Just some numb and stuff. Basically,
ADHD
forms of
meds,
spice.
depression
You can
meds,
get some red spice.
anxiety meds,
You can get
Spices, red spice,
10
Adderall of
bumps.
earth.
chocolate.
Sorry.
10 bumps, so to speak, 10 uses for about 500 latinum.
Done. I'll use my own platinum,
Excellent.
so it doesn't show up on any logs. And I kind of want to make a bit of a.
I will
side
say,
interest
there's no
with
such
you,
thing as
but-
logs right now. You all have just physical latinum.
I know.
That's physical cash.
Chaz is going to
How
buy
much
some as
was
well.
that?
I've been writing all your expenses to date down too. No worries.
Okay.
Oh, but it was 500 for the
from personal,
spice.
personal
For
funds.
personal use.
If I cannot
Well,
tap
but we
into my
had divvied
emotions,
out
I
the
might as
cash.
well
I'm just keeping track of it
numb
for
everything.
player purposes, but characters have cash.
Wait, so were you saying you had personal funds that you were hiding from the group?
Because
Or
you
is
do
your
not
funds that
have
you
personal
want in your
funds.
cash?
That
500
point
that
Basically, the starting cash. I haven't touched it at all.
But that you would not have had that much in starting cash, is what I'm saying.
But again, it's cash. The only reason I'm asking is because Lincoln is tracking the money,
Okay.
and then at the end of the session, when we're no longer doing a shopping episode,
Mhm.
we'll actually say like, this is how much everybody has left.
I'm actually gonna buy 2 more of the same amount of bumps for our friends who are gone because I know he would be mad at me if I got drugs without him.
Yeah, you can buy 2
I then
more.
turn to
So 15,000.
Agreed.
So for your and then
Even-
2 other.
even your sister, and I'm like, "Any wishes?" No.
Yeah, I don't party that way.
Could we say that, like, along the way that we get Sal something that Sal would want?
Spent 15,000 on drugs.
Of just
Oh
like,
no, 1,500.
Okay, I was
gonna
1,500. So
100.
30
If it was
bumps
1,000,
total,
I
so that
wouldn't
we can
have-
also give
no, no,
Sal
no, no,
some
no, no.
spice, which will help replenish
Yeah.
their store.
No.
Like-
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I promise I'm being smart.
15K
I'm just like
on
me
drugs.
texting Izzy and being like, oh yeah, we're doing
Yeah.
a shopping episode if you wanted anything while we were on the merchant planet.
I actually want to see if I could find something. So Al's tummy is not well.
And also
I
I want
allow
to see if
is
they have
Bismol.
one of those
Ginger
devices.
Bismol of the Pepto.
The Bismol of the Pepto.
Oh, yeah.
They have this device that they used to use,
Ginger ale becomes Sal's
like
favorite
on Earth,
along
where they
with
would put
Izzy's.
in rice and then heat it.
I will say this too.
Just like
I will
sipping
allow
candy
Izzy. I'm not gonna be
mouthwash.
super mean like next time. Izzy, you weren't here. You don't get to shop. Like I'll allow that.
Okay.
Um,
I have bought Al tummy meds,
On the
a
11th
rice
though,
heating pad,
for
and a weighted plushie. It is
Because,
of a dinosaur.
yeah. You walk up to a merchant, start to like ask around. The first reaction, we don't fix your equipment. That always comes from the Imperial ships.
Yeah, no shit. So who fixes it?
You guys. We don't know how. Like, you're starting to realize no one probably can because no one knows. It's one of those, like, it's a trade secret, but
Do you have a non-broken one you could sell me?
I'll make a quick just luck check because that's a little more rare and just like a luck-based thing. Unfortunately, you see that. No, we. You actually, a lot of people just like, well, if you want to sell us this one, then yeah, we would have one. We would love to have one to sell.
Absolutely not.
Fair enough. All right. Good day, Dick. Like under the breath, because again, they just think you're another Imperium.
Yeah.
Going through though on a
Five
21.
ginger ale, some saltines.
Then maybe a pedal
Gatorade.
item
So
ginger ale.
Al's also getting a Gatorade, saltines, and a 5 ginger ale. That's what Izzy texted that Al would want.
Sal's just getting all the goods.
I want to get him soup. I want to get him canned soup. So
With
we can
trail
have
meat.
Oh,
Triple.
how did I forget
triple
this?
chicken noodle, triple noodle soup, triple noodle,
Triple.
triple
I
noodle soup
need
of the Campbell's
a-
variety.
Dexterity saving throw from everybody.
a wisdom. I need a Constitution saving throw given. You
From
have
the curse
kidney.
of the armor. Oh, I do have kidney.
You have kidney failure. Minor kidney failure, of course.
That's a 16.
Is that something?
16.
you could have-
DC's
oh, I
only
don't
10, so you're fine.
know.
Basically, I forgot because technically, if you do fail, you will have the poison condition until the next long rest, which could have really sucked in the fight. That I should have
basically get
been aware
if I
of.
can
But
take some of his cells
you're
and
fine.
replicate and get him a new kidney.
technically, yes,
Replicator
but
could
you would
make
have.
everything.
Well,
Anything.
replicators are different than like the med equipment to like replicate and
Which
syndicate.
is kind of what I want to be on the prowl for now. I want to find any. I saw many Starfleet.
I will say we're about to wrap up though. We're not. I'm not letting this be a full like another half-hour shopping trip.
I just.
But I,
What do you think would be the most valuable to me as a medical person?
Next time.
I did the 21 on.
That's
like,
what we're gonna end with.
Okay.
All right.
Finding
But
your
just
way.
information.
You lean up and into some of these merchants, starting to ask around. They will give you kind of a lot of the same. Yeah, we've got titanium alloys. Do you need titanium plating? You looking for ship parts?
Pure.
All the pure shit goes straight to the Imperium. We could sell it to you, but you're gonna have to pay more.
I'm with him, right?
Yeah, and so
I
is
think I would
Sal.
walk up at that point and just be like, yeah, this one's coming in under the radar.
Listen, we don't have it here. you want pure tritanium, you're gonna have to look over in shipyard stuff. We've got alloys. You might get lucky, but again, everything's getting swept up to the Imperium as fast as it can. I mean, we assume it's just for alloys, but you can only have so much plating, if you know what I mean.
You can never have too much plating. I'm like trying to do the Imperium voice.
We shall not have enough plating. Yeah. It's not like they're duped, but it's also like, alright. Following that regard then, would you guys want to immediately go to start looking for maybe some pure stuff now? Or is it
Is it
like,
in the shipyards?
In the shipyards.
Actually, Izzy wants for Sal because Izzy was trying to make a joke and ask like what she would want.
I
Build
will
up.
straight up allow Izzy up next time. I'm not gonna
Okay.
no worries,
Okay.
no worries.
Once like
Enhance the bite attack
fang,
once
like metal fangs to like
once dentures.
enhance the.
To go.
Oh.
So basically, like grills
Has a
to
grill?
just like
That's so
Quote,
funny.
quote Izzy, get him grilled up.
Get him
I'm
grilled.
just trying to blow
Like,
up and act like
my
I don't
mango
know.
was
nobody.
up.
add some like sharpness to those fangs.
Yeah, for sure.
I will
Maybe
say-
add some like ridges to like. Yeah,
That is very fun. That is a very
I
cool.
But then
will tell
actual Izzy was like, but that ginger ale though, if you want to bring it by.
Aw.
Just like yes.
Poor Iggy. So it's in the shipyard. We
In
think.
the
So they're
shipyard.
probably like big shipments.
They could
being
probably
loaded
like
up.
again.
It's like I keep being a devil's advocate and I keep telling Izzy maybe.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make the call. I
What's
think
that?
we're gonna head to the shipyard.
Oh, yeah.
Heading on over, easy enough. Chaz is super excited because like, hey, I'm probably just gonna finally get to buy a clunker. I'll start heading off. So
I will warn you though, if you come with us, shit's gonna go down. You're gonna get stuck in a fight, and something's gonna happen, and then you'll be able to leave if you don't die.
So like,
So,
once
I mean,
you hit the
you're-
shipyard, you can
Good
like
seeing you,
split
Chaz.
off.
You're welcome to come with us, but just know that if you do, shit will happen, and it won't be our fault.
It just happens to us.
given when is it ever our fault?
I mean,
Nah, listen.
Are we all together now?
Yeah, so it's that meetup of hey, we
Oh,
got
right, because
information.
Chaz is- alright.
Chaz is in talking just.
I got the medicine as well as drugs.
wonderful,
Right.
wonderful.
I'm down to follow. Listen, I know this is a rough galaxy, but
Somebody's gotta live in it.
hell yeah. As you all head up, getting ready to head to the shipyard then to look for the Tritanium. So we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.